Hello, I'm AbbyX Toycat, and today I have a little bit of a Let's Play live stream fusion because I am going to be destroying this entire mangrove swamp biome. Honestly, I didn't appreciate just how big they are, but they're pretty darn big. So yeah, I've got myself 2 shulker boxes. Let's hope that's enough because I'm very far from home, and I'm going to be taking everything, the roots, I'm going to be taking the logs, and I'm going to be taking the mud as well, or at least a large amount of the mud. I want this biome to look like absolute trash when it's done, because that's what's going to be happening. And yeah, this is to celebrate the fact that we can finally update the Let's Play world. I'll talk more about that in a second. But yeah, we're going to be talking about some fun issues today. You know, I feel as though one of the fun things about the Let's Play that's missing. Also, it's annoying that you can't use the axe for the logs. You know, one of these tools must work on the roots, right? Nope, we're just gonna keep using our fist. But yeah, one of the things that I think is incredibly look at the speed of chopping down the wood versus that. One of the things I think is incredibly missing because of the Let's Plays is, first of all, there's like the updates and what's going on. A lot of people curious, like, so Toycat, your life sound pretty crazy. Why do you keep sounding different in videos, etc., etc.? And then there's also, ooh, that's so satisfying. Do you hear that mud noise? Yeah, that's good stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna go around and get the logs first because I think that's more satisfying, and logs are a lot more useful than roots anyway. Yeah, I think it'd be useful to combine all of that stuff in one, as well as, you know what, we can talk about some fun philosophical quandaries, which people have been missing as well. When I don't stream, there's a little bit of missing of the deep. Let's talk about what's really going on, because there is like 2 levels of conversation you can have. Level 1 of conversation, small talk, is where you're not even saying words really, you're just kind of affirming like, yes, we are friendly humans. How is the weather today? It is raining where I am. Is it raining where you are too? Oh, it must be raining where you are because we are in the same elevator. Then like level 2 of conversation is like, you know, the polite like, oh yeah, so I'm currently in the UK, I'm in London. It's quite hot, but I'm, you know, getting some stuff done. Level 3 is we go a little bit deeper about like, oh yeah, there's been some hard things happening, you know, like, you know, I'm rearranging my whole life. It's sometimes a struggle, sometimes it's very fun. Right now I'm in the fun mood though, don't you worry. And then level 4 is like, so why do we consider it to be? Also, some of these mangrove trees are tiny. Like that, we're getting 3 logs on a single chop down. But yeah, so then level 4 is just like, man, why is it that we are driven by certain things? Why is it that we consider some states success and some states failure? Surely, if we're all humans who feel this sense of good and wrong and great inside of us, why do we need to have these external validators? I mean, the trolley problem, right? The very idea behind it is that we place a higher value on 5 human lives than 1, but shouldn't it all be a tragedy? Except no, yeah, obviously, utilitarian-wise, we can say, of course, you would move the lever and you would say, you would kill 1 person to save 5, because that's a net gain of human lives. But then people immediately complicate it by making it about surgeons. You know, you wouldn't kill 1 healthy patient to save 5 dying ones. People can complicate it if you say stuff like, oh yeah, what about the consequences? Think about it. In the real world, if you moved train tracks in such a way that a person died, the police are coming after you. You know, you might hope that your local police department say, well, you see, boss, he actually was doing the logical utilitarian principle of making sure that the fewest possible people came to harm. And then you'd say, well, did his actions cause someone to die? Yes, they did. Therefore, murder charge. I actually, you know, I think that I would love to see the trolley principle. If you don't know it, it's this idea that there's a runaway track. Some people say tram, but train, tram, whatever. It's going towards, you know, 5 people, and the only way to stop it is you're standing by a lever, which can divert it to 5 separate people. It's like one of those. It's, you know, it's like you know, do we see the same color red on like basic philosophical questions? But the reason that it's so interesting is because everyone has heard it, besides maybe you, if just right now you're like, oh, thank you for explaining, but most of you are like, no, I've already heard this. But we can still have debates, we can still have arguments, we can still disagree about precisely what it is that is happening there. You know, are you killing 1 person to save 5? Are you just saving 4 people because if they're strangers to you, it doesn't really matter who's who, does it? Like, what's the difference between, you know, one stranger and another stranger are exactly equal, but it gets more complicated when they start to become real people. Like, what about if it's the King of Spain and it's a, you know, like it's five criminals or 5 people who have already committed murder, you know? What? I don't know why the King of Spain. You know, I feel like because he's a high status individual that you probably don't know anything about, so you can't say, ooh, he sucks. We can make it more controversial and be like, what if it's like, what if it's a celebrity who brings joy to many versus it's a pickpocket, 5 pickpockets who have, you know, stolen, you know, like call center workers who do the scam calls where they try to steal from old people. You know, that now you're getting some justice going on in there, right? Like, ooh. Now does the value of the life matter? And it really shouldn't. That really shouldn't impact whether you view someone as human. But it kind of does, right? It kind of, that as much as we can all argue that, like, well, of course it shouldn't have any bearing on our thoughts. Also, I need to make a bed, and yeah, it's one of those, every time I do one of these projects, I think I should make a bed. And then, like, sometimes I do. But the problem is, sometimes I don't. So we're gonna have to go find some string. What's the easiest way to get some string, do you reckon, chat? Also, this is such an overwhelmingly large biome. I think if we're gonna take this place down, which is my goal, I think the best bet is we're gonna start with the bits which are nearest to the sand. Like, if we start at the edge here and work our way in, that'll be our solution. So, because like this part of the mangrove swamp, okay, yeah, let's do it here. Rather than, like, I think every big project, it's better to take on small sections at a time. And so that's what we're doing right here. Also, I've got a looting sword, so we'll kill the spider. We'll turn that into some wool. We'll turn the wool into string. We'll be happy. We'll be great. Recreating the trolley problem with Minecraft villages, a new video idea. You know, I feel like the problem with Minecraft villages is we don't really care about their existence. Also, that technically helped. Yeah, I think getting creepers to blow up these mangrove roots might be the best way through them. You know, I didn't consider until right now, and I'm destroying this biome, just how tricky it could be to get through stuff like that. Anyway, I've been slowly taking out my mangrove swamp too. It's definitely a challenge. You know, this is a biome designed for people who like to destroy biomes. That's what we can logically conclude, right? That's what we can very reasonably say. Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting because, you know, even the idea, like, the easiest go-to example for me was like criminals, right? Where you're like, ooh, they did a crime. They're bad people. But there is an interesting question about justice, which I always like to think about, which is like, why do we punish people when they do bad things? Like, I'm sure you've been in some situation, maybe in school, maybe your parents have grounded you for something. Those are the 2 situations that made me think it a lot. So I'm sure at some point you've had this thought where you're like, I already did the bad thing. We can't undo it. Why are you punishing me? You know, if me losing access to something I care about isn't changing anything, you're just making me sadder in exchange for, you know, the fact that you're sadder. You know, it's like it's retribution. It's not, like, it's not fixing anything. It's always, that was always my, like, take. And I thought, like, this seems kind of silly. However, we're going to use a couple of these. So we'll place down as much as we can in those shulker boxes, but we're going to make a chest just to store this excess garbage. Because, like, okay. Yeah, I really could do with a bed. I'm gonna go look for spiders in the swamp here somewhere. Also, oh, look what sexy wood this is. I can't get over just how good the mangrove wood is. Like, it cannot be overstated. Now we make 2 more of this, make it into a chest, and then this chest is where we'll store just, you know, like, things that are important and I don't know why I can't mentally get rid of, but also we don't need to be holding on to them, right? This is kind of holding us back if we hold these with us. Like, 3 bone meal, 2 buckets of milk. That was from yesterday's stream, right? Anyway, yeah, let's get back to this. Provocative wood. It's very provocative wood. It is wood that gets me excited to wake up in the morning. And if you're not excited for mangrove wood, I'm just saying, might need to get tested. That's a sign of depression. That's if things that should excite you aren't exciting you, maybe you should look into it. You know, You know, it affects us all at some point. Honestly, that's the that's another interesting point about like the rise and like everything. But yeah, I always thought it was weird that you'd have, you know, we have all these systems in the world: police, teachers, even like, you know, penalties for things, right? We have all these systems which are set up. Ooh, I've not mined one of these blocks before. Okay, it's as simple as that. We can, it's another like no tool block, trying to remind you that you should feel bad if you're breaking it, and it spawns underneath these. If they don't get excited by wood, they might like coffee, says Cat Beanie. That is a 10 out of 10 joke. Big fan. But yeah, it feels like punishment systems are so arbitrary when you're on the receiving end of them. And even if you're not, even if you just don't agree with the idea of other people going on the receiving end, isn't it kind of crazy that we say, yeah, we're going to ruin some significant amount of your life. We're going to take away something you really care about. In some prison systems, that's your freedom. In some prison systems, that's your freedom and any joy that you could maybe get from life. In some prison systems, it's your life. In some penal systems, I should say. But it always feels like, well, I mean, you know, like it's something just feels wrong about it. Something just feels kind of odd about it to me, instinctually. However, you know, when you dive into it deeper, you think like, well, okay, well, the reason that we have to have punishments is so people don't do bad things. If you ever hear for a politician, judge, whoever else campaigning for stronger punishments, it's not because they're like, we hate these guys so much, or at least externally it's not. Externally it is, well, we need to make sure people really don't want to do something. Because, you know, as we know, like, if you... I'm sure you've been in some situation, especially now with like the last couple of years, where it's been like, I'm going to do this thing, and someone says, oh yeah, you shouldn't do that. You're like, well, yeah. And then they're like, well, the punishment for doing that is, and you're like, ooh, I don't think I can afford the fine that big. You know, just saying you shouldn't do something means nothing to some people, but saying you shouldn't do something because X. Imagine if someone was discovering just now, as a, you know, in the year 2022, they're like, oh yes, I was just gonna, I really don't like my gardener. It's a bad example for a gardener because you can just fire them. I really don't like my, you know, I really don't like this guy. So I was thinking I'd just kill him. You have to be like, ooh, yeah, you know, that I feel that. Don't we all want to kill this guy? But don't you know, murder actually takes you to prison for a life sentence. And a life sentence means 20 years, but that's a beside the point thing. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. You know, and then being like, whoa, really? 20 years of my life just for... I have reconsidered my ideas entirely. You know, it's something I always mention, but like, there's no punishment you can put on murder that seems to deter people, for whatever reason that is. Maybe, you know, like, maybe that's because it's already so high. Maybe it's because it's already so mentally wrong for most people, you know, like, you know, that's a life you'd be stamping out. Whatever the reason is, there seems to be, also there's definitely something in there, some little bit of mangrove wood. Let's get it out. If you murder people, you have trouble with making friends. Yeah, that's the real hardest thing. Like, as an adult, it can be hard to make friends. Like, you know, like, it's a little bit harder to run into people. You don't have these same work or school situations. And so if you murder everyone you run into, you're just not gonna have as many friends. Plus, your friends who you don't murder are gonna be like, ooh, that's not cool, dude. I don't know if I should invite you around for you know, Doritos and chill. If that's what you consider to be chill. Also, I need to get this last block up here. There's a lot of digging around in the leaves if you want to get all these blocks, which is a little bit of a nightmare, but it's fine for now. Oh, that's why I don't make friends, says Amanda S. Yeah, it's a common mistake. It's a common faux pas, but I'm glad to help people out with it. But yeah, so we have a punishment cyst. Oh my gosh. Actually, you know, it's good. It's good. I wanted this biome destroyed, and the creeper helped me get there. Yeah, with that said, has anyone tried shears on the roots? I mean, I don't have shears. Well, I guess I'm not going to. Yeah, there's definitely got to be something going on with these root blocks. There's something about them that's interesting, right? Couldn't tell you what. Couldn't tell you at all. But yeah, punishment is something we do because it tries to deter people. But then that still doesn't explain fully, like, okay, what about Like, sometimes we punish people even when you're 100% sure they won't do it again. Because you're like, ooh, yeah, we need to make sure that there's like a suffering aspect. And I used to think this was like such a cruel thing innate in humans. Like, we need to see people, not everyone, but some people have this like need to see people suffer. But I think a part of it is actually like, also, thank you very much for the tip. That's what that noise means, by the way. First time donating, but it's very important I ask this question. If I used your seed today, would it be the same? And what would be different due to the updates? It's just entirely different. They've updated the seed world gen engine 3 times since I loaded this world up. If you came to these exact coordinates on the seed everything, though, you would get the exact same mangrove swamp, but your spawn would be entirely different. And everything between your spawn and here would be different. But because this is new chunks I've generated after this update, we'll get the exact same world regardless of when you load it up. Also, thank you for the first tip of the stream. I'm a tipped employee. I think that's funny. I talk about tips so much as like a funny concept, and yet people are still nice enough to give them to me. I mean, probably because there's no mandatory like, ooh, you've been watching the stream for an hour and you're not tipping? Are you just a monster? Do you just want to see me, you know? Because, I mean, there is actually, I could make the exact same argument. Like, the amount that an ad pays, it's like 0.5 cent. And unless you're getting thousands of ad plays an hour, because 1,000 ad plays at like 0.5 cent, you do the maths. It's not very good. You know, like, unless you're getting thousands and thousands per hour, and they've all got ads on them, and they're all, you know, like, it's a good ad season. Customary to tip 15 to 20% pre-tax. You know, yeah, I could totally be making those same arguments. Like, well, you know, I'll literally start, and it's like, well, no, it's you do it because you want to. Even if I could try and convince people that you had to tip, like, oh, you've been watching for an hour? Yeah, I'd say $1 to $2 an hour. That's like the recommended minimum. I love when people say tips like they're a minimum. Just like no. We're gonna have a customary amount. Anything above that, and you're being rude to other people by making them look worse. You know, we get tip inflation, whole thing. We've turned tipping into an expected thing. Tips for your coffee, etc. The one that drives me the craziest and is like genuinely humorous to me is if you go to a fast food place and they have a little tip thing. And I've seen people like a relative-in-law. There we go. A relative, not relative of mine. I saw them tip 18% at a froyo place. It was self-serve. The froyo person was just, they were just they were forcing you to pay for your good. That was an anti-service, you know, like, you know, it's like, I don't know, like this, you know, like, wouldn't it be easier if instead of going to the checkout or the self-checkout, you just walked out of the store? The reason we don't do that is because you haven't paid. But if you could pay without having to go to a checkout, that would be better. And so someone checking you out isn't doing you a service, they're doing you an anti-service. They are slowing you down in your pursuits for the sake of non-theft. Also, hi Toycat, here's my first Toycat tax. You're my favorite. I watch your videos and streams every day, even though today I must go to work. Love you, friend. I want to give an update, actually, as to everything going on in life, but particularly the Let's Plays, because I mentioned this was like a Let's Play replacement stream. It's been a month and a bit now about a Let's Play. This is a weird turtle placement. It's been a month and a bit now about a Let's Play, so I think it's important we just go through, easily explain what's going on. Also, whoa, thank you.
For the entertainment as I grind for iron in my world.
Are you grinding for iron in a flat world, or are you just mining the iron? Oh, thank you so much for the, you know, that customary to tip your Toycat 10 to 15%. I can't, or 15 to 20%. Sorry, you know how tip inflation is. I can't imagine what that overall. You know what, you get what I'm saying. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, Riggins Ready Girl. Hope everything is going okay, or as okay as it can be in the circumstances, obviously. You're slowing down my pursuit. 10 out of 10. Have some money for it, says Dasher. Right, what is that? Like, I want to eat my food. You're going to insist I pay for it first, and I'm going to pay you for that service of standing there and type, you know, like scan. No. Unless, you know, if your process is like, oh yeah, just here's what I'm going to do. I don't even know. How could they make that faster? You pay before you walk in. It's just, that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen a tip for, is all I'm saying. Like, you know, delivery food is, pickup food. I understand tipping a delivery driver, but people who, like, pay tip when you pick up, that's the one that I'm 100% sure everyone is wrong about. Okay, I'm sorry, we got into a tipping rant. I was trying to explain what's going on, very serious things in my life. But first, no, this is important. This is everyone who lives in the states that are United of America. You need to. Someone needs to tell this to you. Okay, so you tip at a restaurant because there's a they're called a server, a waiter. They bring you your food. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. We're not gonna. That's a part of the culture. That's fine. You know, they bring you food and they make. Some people say they like being waited on, like they're kings or whatever. Sure, you want to feel like a king, you pay someone to feel like a king, and it all works out for you. It's not my. It's you know, my mother was a waitress and she did get tipped, but like, you know, like when she did good rather than. But whatever. Like, okay, sure, understand what you're saying there. Tipping delivery drivers, I think, is missing a lot of the point. But like, okay, we're just gonna say same thing. They're like underpaid and like, you know, like that. Sometimes they work really hard. Sometimes it's raining and they get you food late at night when you really need it. So sure, you tip 15%, 20% if you're someone serving you food, and if they're serving you food from across the other side of the city, even better. Wow, what a great guy. Better tip them as well. But people tip when they pick up food, and that I genuinely just cannot wrap my head around it. I've tried so many times because, you know, then they're not giving you service, they're not bringing it to your table because you are bringing it across the city to yourself, across the country. Not the country, probably. That's a long way to go for takeout food. But it's like you know, so you tip when you pick up the food, which you're doing all the collection on. They've only, you know, they've cooked and put in a bag, you could say, and like it's like, well, I just, you know, everyone says they do it because like, well, you gotta. But it's like, no. The reason you're tipping is because you do it all the time. You're not thinking critically in that moment, right? You're not thinking about. It's just like, yeah, I'm just tipping. You know, I just gotta. To me, tipping makes you feel rich enough to pay you an extra money for the service you've already paid for. Yeah, that's what I think the actual value in tipping is. It's like a few people say this, and I actually agree. But like, it's a way of showing like, look. I was raised to treat other people nicely, because if in a country where certain, you know, positions are known for relying on this money, giving them that money even though you don't have to shows you're really nice. It's like giving to charity. There's no obligation to give to charity, but if you give to charity, you're probably also. This is a tiny section of Mangrove Swamp I've destroyed. I didn't realize how intimidating it'd be to destroy the rest. We definitely won't take all of the mud if it's that deep. They've updated it since the betas, obviously. This is why I want to stop playing around with betas. I want to like experience the finished like actual biome, because they get real depressed. Like, you know, they get good and polished and fixed. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they stay terrible. But yeah, I think that's something I've got to do. Here's a tip: don't commit tax fraud. Wink, wink, says JJ. It's totally true too. You know, the funny thing is, a lot of streamers did the same. So I pay taxes on my tips. It sucks. It's like, you know, my marginal rate is God knows what right now, 48% or something. But I pay taxes on my tips. But a lot of streamers in the early days were like, no, it's a gift. They're giving me it. And like, it is kind of weird when you think about it, because you don't pay. There's no gift tax. Sorry, in the UK there's no gift tax. In the US there actually is a gift tax, but it's like there's a high threshold to reach it. But if you get a gift from a stranger, then it's, you know, it's still a gift unless it's like, oh yeah, but you're doing something nice for them at the same time, and so that complicates things a lot too. But yeah, if you wanna, I think it's hilarious that like everyone knows that you know, tippers, servers, whatever, underreport their tips. Same with builders, right? Like or I don't know, taxi drivers. You know, if you're getting money in cash that there is no proof of, you're not going to choose to tell the government that you made money and would like to pay taxes on it. Why would you? It would be, you know, like that sounds silly, doesn't it? Which kind of like tells me, because some people might do it. Some people genuinely do. Super honest. But it's like it's an encouraged thing, kind of not to. It means that, you know, that you get more of the tip that they're giving you, because they're giving it to you. They're not saying, here's a tip, make sure to give 20% to good old Uncle Sam, or the Inland Revenue, or Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs, or whatever your local tax authority is called. You know, it's It's this intense thing. Is there a tax on tips, or is it also considered a gift? See, there is a tax on gifts. It's income. It's the same tax that you pay on income because it's money you receive for doing a job. There's a lot of interesting arguments you could make that it's not, and some people do get away with. Yeah, like this is the funny thing about taxes. I'm gonna tell you this right now, chat. But like, warning, please do your taxes verifiably. It's not worth the headache. Basically, everyone makes mistakes on their taxes every year, and unless you get audited, it's not gonna come into play. And as long as it's an honest mistake, you'll just get corrected. But and you won't have to pay any like fees or anything. But like everyone, I can't tell you the number of people I speak to, and they're like, they'll say something very wrong, and I have to be like, yeah, that's probably true. You're right. I mean, if you think about it, yeah. But you're not. Yeah, definitely no tax fraud here. It's stupid that it's income. It should be a gift. See, here's the thing, right? Why isn't your employer giving you money considered a gift? Or like, sorry, no, the better example, because your income is like the money you receive every month from your employer, right? Why isn't a bonus considered a gift? They don't have to pay it. There's no like minimum wage saying that, there's no rule. It is your employer trying to incentivize good performance and saying, wow, good job. We are paying you a tip at the end of the year, 20% of your salary, maybe, let's say. But you pay tax on it, and so a lot of people like really hate that because it's not just that it is. Also, we're gonna light this place up. Because you get it like after all your other earnings in a year, you pay a super high tax rate on it by comparison. If you overpay your taxes, you'll get money back at the end of the year. It's the funniest thing to me. Okay, I've heard of people doing this, and it's the silliest sounding thing. People deliberately overpay their taxes so they get a bigger tax refund at the end of the year. Like it's this genius idea. Like, my god, I have worked it out. Also, we have to kill a lot of these spiders. How many string are we at now? Okay, we got 2 string, that string. Well, it'll be a few spiders till we make a bed, but it'll be nice when we get there, right? Also, we're gonna have a lot of mangrove tropicals. Also, I just realized the size of this mangrove swamp. Oh my god. Yep. Okay, this thing's not being destroyed, is it? Well, it's good thing this is a Let's Play lifestyle thing, and I can tell you about what's been going on in my life because I can talk about tips today. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of moving my life around recently, which I've been doing for the last couple of years anyway. The pandemic kind of made me have to. Now it's like a more free to move around situation. I think things are better and less hectic, and or maybe more hectic, but they're more enjoyable at least. I can actually like freely move between the jurisdictions that I need to operate in. Yeah, it means that right now I'm recording half my stuff here in the UK. This is my normal setup. You can tell it's my normal setup because I've got my long boys and I've got my We Will All Die Someday mugs available at ibxtoycat.store. This is my normal recording space. But sometimes I'm in the United States where I'm not in my normal space. And so like videos, I don't know, I'm trying to work on a lot of things to do with quality. Sorry about the issues that are rolling into that. Also, it's good to see you, Ryan Hibbs. But yeah, there's a lot of like minor issues I'm trying to iron out on that you might notice video-wise. But the question you might have is like, so why are you though? And the answer is basically like, I need to work out. I think I've mentioned before, like it is cheaper on a lot of levels for me to live in the US, and also it's something I enjoy. So if there's something you enjoy, and it is like financially smarter for you to do it than the thing you're doing right now, sometimes you gotta say like, well, go do the thing. However, I know even when everything financially makes sense, there's a lot of like other big questions about making such a big move, right? And those are the questions, kind of answering slowly via the series of try some things out, etc. My brother works in New York City and they kill him with taxes. That sounds correct to me. But yeah, so there's this interesting like thing I'm kind of just like going through, which is working out all the different things, and like even things like in the city in the US I want to live in, public transport isn't very good, and it's so hot you won't want to bike anywhere. And so, you know, take. I hear some concerning noises. You know, and so, okay, gotta look into driving. That means I have to be like someone who looks at used cars and go like, ooh, this one has, but it's pretty good in the, you know, you gotta say all that stuff. You know, like, you know, if you can get like below 2% interest on a car loan, then you should finance it. But if you can't, then maybe you should lease it. And if you can't, and it's like, my gosh, there's a lot of things like that. My friend bus/bike all around Las Vegas. I would never. I think you can do it going certain places only. Again, you can bike in the winter. You can bus as long as it's certain places. 30 years from now, Toy Cat will start bouncing back and forth between the UK. We'll still be bouncing back and forth. Yeah, honestly, that would be a happy life to me. I really enjoy the flights over. Because I'm perfectly uninterrupted for like 10 hours, which I enjoy. Like one of the, I really have been, okay, so the reason I'm making fewer Let's Plays is because you know, one of the things we kind of worked out is like a way to make the Let's Play better is like, okay, we got to condense more into there and try and do like bigger things, more interesting things. Sometimes it's fine to do small things, but it's got to be an interesting idea every week. And so, my God, by the way, is there really no better way to do this? Why do we have a block that doesn't have a preferred mining block? But yeah, so also you could always use Elon Musk's. By the way, the underground Tesla tunnels are in Vegas, and I want to go through one because they're public, they're free, they count as public transport, which is hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, so one of the things we're trying to make the Let's Play slightly better, quality, quantity, making sure getting that done. I just built this like big thing of like, yeah, when you don't do something for long enough, like returning to that thing can be like scary. Like this is, I think this is like an anxiety thing, but I've heard a lot of people get this where like you want to make things so good that you spend your time thinking about how to make it better so that you don't think about doing the thing and so you don't do the thing. It's like it's a depressingly common issue. But yeah, it's American car salesmen are known for their honesty. But again, I'm late to stay on topic, says Buster Sharp. Yeah, exactly. Buying a used car is real easy because of how trustworthy and honest used car dealers always are. I'm really thankful for that. Like, I've heard only good things. Everyone's like, yeah, if you want like a notary, if you want like someone you can trust, someone to like, you know, give you trust your kids around. Go with a used car dealer. They have absolutely no conflict of interest, and they will give you 100% honest, unbiased advice. And you know, good on those guys. Good on them. Anyway, so the more interesting thing there is the fact that yeah, there's a lot of tiny things to work out. I think I'm ultimately going through them just kind of slowly, while also getting like life done, like getting a lot of videos in. I'm trying to stay in I spoke to a gastroenterologist a couple of months ago, and amongst many like diet things she like gave as a recommendation, one of them was like, oh yeah, you should lose like, you know, 5, 10, 15 pounds. And so I've been working on that, because losing weight's really easy if you go extreme. Like, don't eat for a month, you'll lose some weight. But that's not healthy, and it's going to give you some bigger issues. So like losing it in a healthy way. But like the problem I always have, maybe I'm just like addicted to food or whatever. But like, to enjoy a day, there's got to be some good food in there. To really enjoy a day, I've got to have like a good meal and a good dessert, and ideally like a nice lunch too, right? Maybe, you know, like something like that. And so that's like something to get away from, you know, enjoying foods that are not awful for you. Now I made a PayPal account to buy the amazing Toy Cat mugs. I can finally tip you off Streamlabs. Thank you for all the fantastic and fun streams and videos. Hey, thank you very much, Angela Van Kampenhout. I still enjoy your name every time I read it. I'm glad you like the streams. It's very cool that we built like a little community here of people who also care. Also, I like that slimes spawn here. I feel like frogs like that too. Also, let's kill another spider. Get a little bit closer. Oh no, no closer. Oh, we should let the creeper blow up just to wait, not so close to the sand. Just to make it a little bit worse. Yeah, I'm ultimately enjoying it all. I think this is a thing that some people do. Maybe this is you right now and you're gonna relate to this. But sometimes you like fill your life with stuff. You know, like having to be busy. And I think there's a lot of advantages of filling your life with stuff, because now you're gonna get more things done, and that's good. Getting things done is what people like, I do believe. But one of the disadvantages is like everything can feel hectic. Everything can feel very crazy. So yeah, it's one of those things. Here's an interesting argument, right? Because I mentioned before, like, really punishment is something we only do because of either like deterrence, like trying to stop people before they do the things, or it's because we like to live in a society where we believe that people who do bad have bad things happen to them. You know, in the same way we like to believe that people who do good things have good things happen to them. It would be nice if karma existed and we can partially, as a society, make that happen, you know? Like, by giving you a tax deduction on your charity contributions, people who give to charity pay a little bit less tax than those who don't, you know? I mean, it's not as much as you would save by just not giving to charity. But, you know, we have all these dumb little things where we're like, ooh, but being a good person is real great. And a lot of them make sense. A lot of them have no logic behind them whatsoever. But yeah, I think one of the struggles I think some people can have is like, well, if you're not busy all the time, then you're not, you know, doing good things for people, and blah blah blah. Especially when you work in a field where there is also cute little tropical fish. I like it. If you dig down to bedrock and super flat, then surround yourself and spawn with obsidian, then starve, you'll probably waste a lot of time. Now that's a good idea if I've ever heard one, JJ. That's a good idea. But yeah, so oh man, look at my mangrove root connection right here. It's the logs are the thing I want most, but they're also the thing I'm like the worst at collecting by far here. Okay, so we're gonna man, it looks like it's going nowhere because even as the leaves recede, just more leaves come from behind. Like we can make a concerted push, but it's not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Go back to the strategy of working from the edges. I like to see verifiable progress. I usually fluctuate within a 10-pound range in a given year. Don't really care about my weight. I like to stay within a healthy range. I got knocked down a zombie and died. On the way down, I found the deep dark. First one. Hey, congratulations! So you meant iron mining like that. Grab a fortune pickaxe and you can get a silly amount of iron. Since they updated it. Big fan of that change, by the way. Making iron mining competitive. Again, very, very good stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of points of, like, life that, you know, like, I don't know. It's, here's something unrelated, right? Here's something, here's a fun one, because, everyone's so busy, getting mad about everything around in the world. But I think there's an interesting piece of philosophy from the state of current U.S. political drama and discourse, right? They're having fun debates all the time about lives and morals and blah, 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 blah. But here's an interesting one, right? Do you, if someone else's life is fully dependent on yours, do you have the right to not help them, you know, to stop helping them out and to let them die? This is one that, like, my first encountering of this was like if a man is drowning, do you and you have a life buoy in your hand, are you basically murdering him by not throwing him the buoy? You know, it's kind of like the trolley problem in terms of the legal consequences or maybe the moral consequences, but like more directly, right? Do you have you know, do you have I mean, first of all, like, obviously we know most people would, but do you think that by having the ability to help and not, that's just as bad as deliberately throwing someone into that situation? If you could save someone and you don't, it's kind of your decision, right? It's kind of your decision to let them die. A lot of people are saying yes, which is interesting, because my take was always no. I think I'm in the minority on that one, it seems. But then if you start to like make it real, because if if it's as callous as you're watching a man drown and you could save him and you're just deciding not to, everyone's like, well. But then, so people turn this into a debate about the things that are inside of pregnant women. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna avoid that because like it's one of those issues where you're never gonna change your mind. You're just gonna be mad on the internet, and it's not very fun. That's why it's such a terrible political issue. It's because no one's ever like, oh yeah, this guy on the other side of the aisle makes a really good point. They're like, oh, I can't believe they wanna force people and/or murder babies or whatever else it is. It's like we could be more reasonable about this, but you can't. It's life's on the line. But like the same argument. Okay, this is one I really like. Is what if you had like a conjoined twin, right? You have a if it's a case of helping them is detrimental to your life, be it physical, emotional, financial, you don't have to do it. Guilt sucks, but some people need to sink first. Right? It's a weird thing, but it's true. Like but then what if someone says, oh yeah, well, throwing the life raft to them, I was just really depressed that day, and like I didn't want to be told what to do. And he was saying, please throw me the life raft. And it's like, come on, man, help yourself. See if you say that, it seems callous. Like ultimately, I think it shouldn't be murder. I think I'm against popular opinion. I personally wouldn't shift the tracks on the trolley question. I wouldn't do it in real life. I would only ever do it in a hypothetical world where there's no consequences. Because in real life, I'll get charged with murder. And I think I value my life and the one I'm murdering higher than 5 lives. Like, that's my vibe. Are you going to destroy an ancient city, says Adam Incarnator. So in my ancient city world, I've been playing it this week, by the way. In my ancient city spawn world, I figured it would be a really fun project to do that, right? Am I going to do it though? I don't know if it's a good idea to, necessarily. But I don't know if it's a good idea to talk about the US's most contentious political issue in the middle of a stream. But I jumped right into it, huh? No, but isn't there the only thing stopping you is the law? Yeah. I would pull the lever if I had a police officer and a lawyer there who both could confirm. Yeah, there will be no charges pressed against you because this is But without that, I'm basically committing murder in my own eyes. Sorry, I'm getting murder in the eyes of the law system, and like just the fact that there'll be an investigation will make me feel guilty. Like being around police stresses me out. It's like they have the power to arbitrarily end your life in the metaphorical sense. Like, hey, you're under arrest. I saw this thing that you did. But, they're probably not going to do it, but they have the power to. But also, depending on your jurisdiction, I've been spending a lot of time in America. They just have guns on them all the time, and they can be like, he was, you know how it was, and they can just shoot you. They have that ability. And like, I guess you could argue in America, a lot of people have the right to shoot you. But again, it's not. Imagine if like a teacher had a gun, and like, and imagine you're like, you're talking really loudly when she's trying to explain what you do to class. She's like, Billy. It's gotta be a false name. Billy, you gotta stop. And then you're like, okay. You know how children are, they don't listen. Then they're like, Billy, stop, I'm being serious. And then you chat a little bit more. And then they're like, that's not what a gun sound makes. Okay, Billy, this is my finger gun. How about you, I'm just saying. It's a real thing. That's what Americans do. We're all city cowboys. I think more people should ride horses around in America. Like, right now, the vehicle people use to show they're rural is I like to drive a truck. It's real big, and it can hit like 15 people, and I even have space in the back to store things. But I wouldn't store things back there because I live in a city, and it's kind of crimey out here, Yeah, it's not exactly the right to. They have the ability to. They have the right to arrest you and ruin your day, and they have the ability to end your life. Right? Like, that's the problem. Is how often do you have a police officer being like, oh yeah, Actually, you know, there was a police officer in Times Square who once gave me directions. That was nice. That was, oh, it wasn't Times Square. It was 42nd Street, New York. Not 42nd, 33rd. Anyway, it was one of those streets. It was a street with a number. That narrows it down a lot, I think, because of the very logical and not at all dehumanizing, whatever. It was it's like there's this scary like, ooh, they've got all these bad things they can do. What's the list of good things they can do? Okay. Well, I mean, they could stop a crime if it was happening to me, and they saw it, and they cared, and like, what's my track record on them caring? Okay, it's not very high, is it? You know, it's like you know, I'm sure this is like a human cognitive bias, but like all justice feels like it happens against you far more than it happens to you. One time a police officer pointed a gun at my head because I went 1 mile over the speed limit. See, I'm glad that police officer, you know, you're not going to be going 1 mile over the speed limit again, are you? Just saying. Oh, cute little turtle. I think these guys are too adorably tiny for their own good, right? Like, why are they so tiny? I think it's crazy. Okay, so I'm still at 2 string. I don't know how I'm at so little. But we'll throw you. Yeah, look at that. It's we're getting up there in the numbers now. We're only 7 string away from being able to sleep. What can we do to up our string game? Because I'd like to. But yeah, we're getting mangrove logs today, and that's always important. So Toy Cat, want any tips on tax evasion? 0.75 a tip. It's very funny. Okay, here's another spider. Okay, we need 7 more right now. I reckon we get 3 from this guy. We got 2, so we need 5 more now. Then we can make a bed. Spiders are huge, but turtles are small. Turtles should be like big salmon with varying size. I think every mob in Minecraft, Bedrock, you know, Big Salmon Edition, should have a varying size. One of the clever things Bedrock did first, which Java has had for a couple of years now. Oh, by the way, my ring light's not on. Is my green screen messing? It's not. By the way, I realize I'm wearing a pretty strange t-shirt, so I hope you don't see it anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna, there we go, nice and hidden. Okay, yeah, much better, right? Oh, it's like less slow. It's like, I feel like we, somehow increasing the light sped up the frame rate on the camera. I've got some green juice today, by the way. Everyone's always saying this stuff is so healthy. Like, ooh, look at this. This is called Dr. Green. It's made of cucumber, celery, lemon, ginger, kale, spinach, parsley, and nothing else. Nothing else? This sounds terrible. I've got 2 of these. I bought them for cheap. And everyone always says, yeah, you know what's good for you? It's drinking things that are green. Yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. Oh, it smells so bad. It tastes like nothing good. You know what annoys me? Oh, I can taste the spice on the ginger. Basically nothing else. Sounds too green to be tasty. It makes me upset there's a whole market for like, oh yeah, this is juice that tastes really bad. And so like, you drink it, and then it tastes bad, and then you know that because it tastes bad, it must be good for you. You know, like, the fact there's a whole market for... We just want to punish ourselves, clearly. I really think that's a thing, you know, because I was going to say, like, even though I think to some extent justice is about deterring, and then once it's actually happened, it's about we want to live in a society where we believe people are being punished. You know, it's almost retributive on some level. It's weird, because I do, like, I punish myself, like, a lot. Like, you know, I didn't make a Let's Play last week. I berate myself for it. I didn't upload a video yesterday. I berated myself for it. I was like, man, you didn't prepare a backup in case something happened, and then something happened, and you're acting all surprised. You know, this close to an update, this is your prime time, and you're messing this up. You piece of... And then I said words I shan't repeat on monetizable YouTube. You know, like which isn't really punishment, right? I guess Like, you know, like you wouldn't call it a punishment if a police officer pulled you over and said, "Hey," and then called you a bunch of names. Yeah, ginger, and then I don't know, a few slurs. I guess the word slur implies like, ooh, that's like hate crime now. But you know, let's just say police officers, if you're speeding too fast, they pull you over and they just say mean things about you. Like your mother probably didn't love you. You know, that'd be funny actually. Anyway, so I think oh, this juice tastes so bad. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh, it tastes so strongly of ginger. Why? Why do we put ginger in things now? Ginger is literally a palate cleanser. And I've got 2 of these. I'm gonna drink another one. Anyway, so I also, how did they notice there's a cat? That's very funny. Oh yeah, my soul is dying right now. See, I'm punishing myself with this. Not only do I mentally berate myself, but I will physically, you know, like I feel kind of bad, and so I do something that feels bad because the punishment must make it okay. Like, it's weird. We assume punishment's like a modern day concept, but it's existed for a very long time. Like even as early back as the like now, you know, like the modern day version of the church, the way things work is you, what is it, atone for your sins. You confess your sins and then it's over. It used to be, I'm gonna get the name on this wrong, but it used to be you paid money to the church, and if you paid your chat, if you know the name for this, let me know. But if you paid your debt to the church, then you were forgiven for your sin. You know, you lost it by like, you know, like you're going through something painful, and so it makes up for the bad thing you did. And you know, you might say, well, that's religion, but like the religion feeds on something. Penance, is that maybe it? Tithing. Yeah, I think it's the most interesting idea. Love your streams, my friend. Thank you. Anyway, isn't the tithe is where you pay 10% of your income? Like, you don't do that based on being a bad person or a good person. But like we've had these concepts of you, like even the, you know, the speed thing. Like, if you are speeding, you don't go to prison. We don't ruin your life. The police officers usually don't shoot you, depending on your circumstances. They might, but usually what happens is we take a bit of money and we say, yeah, you did something dangerous. We've societally said that it's dangerous to speed, and so to make up for it, you pay a bit of money, which goes to, I don't know, like, you pay a bit of money. It all goes away. It was called indulgence. The Catholic Church and all that. So yeah, you have an indulgence, then you pay money to make it better. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I messed up, I won't do it again. Here's my money behind my word. And so that's an idea we've had for a very long time. Almost as long as we've had money, we've had the idea of using money to buy away guilt. Because having guilt makes no... And I actually agree with this, right? You know when a friend really wrongs you? Wouldn't you... Like, they always say, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I feel so bad. I hate that. Like, you know, sometimes it's like, yeah, it's fine, I've given up on it. If I haven't given up on it, I'm really bitter, it's like, pay me money. Fix this monetarily. The adult version is like, yeah, you just buy me a drink next time you owe me a drink, or you owe me lunch or dinner, or, you know, like it's a more soft version of money, like that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think that it's weird that we have this like concept of you want to be punished in some way. Sometimes it's financially, you know, sometimes it's another way. But like, you do something bad, you need to make up for it with something good, and you do something, or like you need to make up for it by having another. You know, you do something bad, so you make up for it by going through something bad. It's weird logic, but it seems to be what people do. Anyway, have you ever been arrested or gotten a ticket, IBX Toycat? I got a ticket for riding an e-scooter, but it never came through, so I wonder if that was like, they lied about giving me the ticket to like get me to stop, or if they were just lazy and they didn't do it. It's hard to be sure which it is. I'm still, to this day, I'm mad. There was like several police officers to stop me on my electric scooter and be like, oi, this is you going about where you want to be, and this is messed up, and like, you know, like spending a long time in their day. But then, you know, I was like, you know, I had my property stolen by force, and they said, yeah, we're not going to look into that. Like, can't we? Those people who were like looking at, you know, who were, whatever. Anyway, so Abyssal Duck Lord, that's definitely what their name is. Do you believe humanity is a plague on the planet? I think that this is something I think about sometimes, because people always say things like, yeah, humans are destroying the planet. And I think there's very little doubt that if we went away tomorrow, the planet would get better in so many ways. Like, it would suck for dogs, you know, domesticated animals as a whole would lose out. And there's some species of animals, like geese, are basically protected by human civilization. You know, like foxes are really, raccoons. There's a lot of species that do really well from humans' existence that would do poorly, but net gain is massive to humans just not existing tomorrow. But I think the more interesting question here than like, are humans bad for the planet? Because like, we're bad for the planet as it existed before us, but we're changing the planet, right? It was bad for the planet as we imagine it in a natural state of being. But if we imagine, you know, like, the point is, we're shifting it to our needs and our goals. In the same way that right now, there was a mangrove swamp here before, this is natural. This is what Minecraft wants to be here. I'm just sitting here slaying away at it, taking down the trees one by one until what used to be a thick jungle of... I can't believe there's still more blocks up there, by the way, because it's not decaying. Let's fly. Let's find out where it is. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, there's more block. Man, these mangrove trees get real big if you're not careful. Humanity is an overall selfish endeavor. Yeah, humanity is a... This is interesting when it comes to things like animal welfare. Like, I don't know, I read about how chicken slaughterhouses worked yesterday, and it made me like sad. You know, there's something weird about it where you're like, oh man, the KD ratio of humans to chickens, like that's one of the most impressive of anything out there. Like the systemic way in which we can, you know, we can make an entire species existence. 99.9% of it exists around solely we like burgers sometimes, or we like, you know, like boneless wings or whatever else we want, or not boned wings, but which is horrifying, eating bones to me. But the thing though is kind of like, well, whenever you find out about stuff like that, you want to be like, man, if people just knew this. But the truth is like most people are like deliberately blind, but also don't mind the idea that like, yeah, we set up the planet for our own good. Whenever you hear about things like they spent 20 million building a wildlife bridge over a highway somewhere in California, people get mad about that because they're like, we have this huge issue, you know, California in particular is famous for its homeless problem, right? We have this huge issue. Think about how much you could have helped it, and instead we helped animals. Like, helping animals is always seen as nice when it's like in addition to helping humans. But if you take the trolley problem and you say, okay, there's a track running towards there's a train running towards one human. You can pull the lever and it will move towards the track where there's 5. I'm gonna pick a nice ugly animal for you. There's 5 sea lions tied down to the track. You know, actually, there's 5 bears. Bears aren't nice animals. They're mean to humans all the time. There's 5 bears tied to the track. Which one are you going with, you know? And the answer is, well, I want to know what chat would go with, actually. So, trolley problem. Trolley problem. 1 human, 5 bears. Right, I feel like most humans are like, well, even though I would go with 5 humans versus 1 human versus 5 humans, we put an extra value on ourselves. It's like an inherent thing that we're gonna do. People are species. But like every other animal is like this too. This is the most messed up fact I've learned about wildlife in the last week. There's this one species of kestrel. I think it is. I forget what it's called. It might be all kestrels. What they do is they search around, they fly around, and they try to find other birds' nests. And so that, you know, like that's how they, instead of building a nest, they just steal other birds' nests. And so when they find eggs, they know it's a fully built, ready to hatch nest. So they go into like a pigeon nest, they go into like an owl nest, and they like, you know, they fight the owls till the owls leave, or they fight the pigeons till the pigeons leave. Then they break the other eggs immediately, because they'd be competitors otherwise. And then they you know, like, you know, so there's a wounded bird with no children now, just lost her things, and then they have children in their nest, which, you know, there's something horrific about that, right? Like, that's tragic. Also, I'm surprised. Chat's actually like 50-50 torn on this. 5 bears could go and slay 4 more humans if we need it to be even. But yeah, I think saying 5 bears over 1 human is objectively immoral. See, I'm apparently wrong. Apparently only half of people are speciesist. I'm sure if it was 1 bear, 1 human, it'd be a lot easier. But the fact that it's 50-50 at, you know, 5 bears, 1 human, still very interesting. Still very, very interesting. Yeah, with that said, also the poll's confusing. Half see it as saving 1 human, half see it as killing 1 human. Yeah, no, you're right. I can see why that's confusing. Maybe if I worded it better, we'd get closer. We'd get more accurate results. The trolley would stop at 1 bear. You know, let's just say it's a high-speed train. It's got a lot of force behind it. Anyway, yeah, so with that, like, I think nature is so, like, metal sometimes. It just, there's things that are so beyond, yeah, okay, some people thought they were saving the human. Oopsie. There's so many things that are, like, so horrible and, like, so unthinkable to humans that happen, like, every day in nature. This is my little story. I was in it was called, like, Garden of the Gods. It's a state park in Colorado. And so, I found a little baby goose. It was very cute. This baby goose had lost their parent, and I wanted to, like, help reunite them. So I call up the park service, and, like, so I found this little baby duckling, baby goose. I didn't know what it was. What did I do? And their answer was, well, we don't interfere here. So, you know, that could be, like, a part of some other bird's food chain. So we're just gonna, like, you know, like, leaving a little baby defenseless little goose, leaving him to die. Because, like, well, we don't want a bird to be hungry today, you know? So we're gonna have to let that baby, you know, like, humans have an instinct to defend, you know, babies, right? That's why cats are so cute, is because that's the cutest cats are the ones we defend and we love, etc., the most. Love Garden of the Gods, says McBella78. Yeah, it was very pretty. I was, I think it's crazy. Like, I like Colorado a lot. Like, it would, if there was no, like, you know, taxation-based decisions I had to make, I think Colorado would be, like, on the short list, no questions. It'd be so cool to live in a state where it's, like, chilly mountains, but also... Anyway, with that said, I like Colorado. Use flint and steel instead. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. It probably is the fastest way to do that, huh? Get me some gunpowder. Get me some sleep. How many FPS do you play on? I think it's capped at 60. I could be wrong. I think that we as humans are a plague on the planet from the perspective of the planet. But from the perspective of humans, we make this place so much better for ourselves every day. Like, seriously, I can't overstate to you. By the way, I've started opening my window really wide. The breeze has been so nice. It is life-changing. Yeah, bears also kill quite a lot of humans. Why would you vote for the bears? Yeah, I think people got a little mistaken there about who we were saving, which is fine. That's a mistake. Bedrock is capped at 60. See, it's capped at 60, but the beta always shows an FPS that goes above 60. So I don't know for sure. But yeah, the question is, should we care about the planet other than ourselves? You know, the only reason we're, like, right now, climate activism is a very big thing. Like, there's a lot of there's a lot of big things, you know, like we're like trying to stop this or that. And a lot of people who are like really into like climate and green and stuff before are like, wow, the world's finally coming onto our side. Like, oh, now that you're going through all this effort to stop this brand new oil pipeline, you know, being built, maybe you can help us, you know, protest the unfairness in indigenous communities in the Amazon, because really, if you think about it, that's an environmental, and then everyone stops caring when you say the words indigenous and Amazon together in the same sentence, or at least compared to the number of people who care. Because like, yeah, that's like, you know, the peoples, we need to care about them, but like, okay, yeah, we don't care about the species affair. Like, no. If it's even right now, I don't know what the actual rate is, but I've heard something like we make 1,000 species of animals go extinct every single year. Like, just with our human activity. And like, there's an interesting question in should we care about that? Because there's no question that we should care about the planet insofar as it affects humans. Like, the next 100 years, if we try to ruin the planet for ourselves, we could do it. We could do it in like 10 minutes if we use nuclear weapons. But even with just not changing life at all, it might take 100 years. It might take 200. But there's little doubt that eventually we would make the planet very hostile towards us. A Brazilian here can confirm, says Igor. I think that's a great cause too. The thing is, this is the clever thing I was talking about politics earlier, right? Like, there are some political issues that just activate people more than others. The fact that no one ever changes their opinion or mind about religion or about, you know, abortion or about the current culture wars issue of the day is, you know, like, I don't know, trans people in sports or you know, in general, just about like, okay, gender and sex and identity and how should those all play? Should you self-identify? You know, all of those questions, like, they're not a lot of them aren't even pressing to your day-to-day life. Like, how many, you know, I was gonna say fetus deletus, but I won't say that. How many of those are you having on a daily basis? Like, how many? You know, ultimately, not very many. Like, climate change becoming one of those big issues is a big development recently. But, like, you can interest 100 times more people by saying, like, hey, don't you hear? That party backs strikes. Because there's a lot of union action happening in the UK right now. So you say, like, oh, what do you care about more? Do you care about this, get ready for the favorite color question, guys. What do you care about more? This big thing, you're like, okay, let me bring up an issue you might not have heard about. There's, actually, no, I think you definitely have heard about it. There's this, one part of this pipeline they're building, just one little section. The fastest way for them to build it, it will save them a lot of money, goes through some lands of some people who don't want it to be built there. These are indigenous peoples of the United States, and are you already bored compared to, oh yeah, tomorrow you won't be able to get to work because the trains aren't operating, because the people who operate the trains would like more money in exchange for operating those trains. And, oh yeah, don't you hear that these people think it's good that you can't go to work tomorrow? Yeah, don't you hate that? Have you already destroyed a desert pyramid? I would never destroy a desert pyramid. How dare you even imply that that's an acceptable project? Okay, I'm gonna, this juice is terrible, but it must be good for me. And so I think this little, do you see how it's like, I think the dust that settles must be the ginger. So I'm gonna drink at the top here. Ooh, it tastes less gingery up here. It tastes so bad. Okay, let me explain my pet peeve issue. Okay. So again, this is human detention spans. You can't know about everything, and so we're deliberately wired to learn about the few things which we deem most important. This is why every election campaign, like, people just steer away from talking about what's important and say, oh yeah, but the economy and the middle class. Because everyone wants to be middle class and everyone relies on the economy for their day-to-day life. And so let me explain a really niche piece of tax policy I really care about. In the UK, we have several tax bands. There's a percentage, for most people, you're taxed on 0% of your income, and then 20%. And then if you are a high earner, which is now deemed to be £50,000, you pay a 40% tax. Then we have a tax which is for extremely high earners, which is £150,000 a year. You pay 45% in tax. Okay. However, despite that, because of a weird little, because of that 0% band I mentioned earlier, you actually have to pay back the money that they saved you in tax after you earn above 100,000. And so for that reason, the highest tax bracket in the UK, it's 63% or something like that, is on people who earn between 100,000 and 120,000. And so like, even though it only affects, what is that, 2% of the country that earn that amount, even though it affects very few people who live in the country, I think it's an unfair thing that you tax. You know, if you earn £1 million, you pay 45%. If you earn £120,000, you pay 62% or whatever it is. Seems very unfair. And oh, what's that? Are you bored? Is that a really hard thing to understand compared to, oi mate, you hear about your boy over here who wants to privatize and or socialize your healthcare. He doesn't want you to have medicine, because as we all know, even though there are many ways to run a healthcare system, the one that you don't have right now is objectively awful in every way because it's different and you don't know it. And ooh, aren't you mad? Unfair and also bad for the economy, says Duncan Wolf. I think it's an interesting nature of politics, an almost necessary thing that, of course, people have a very strong, very defined, not even self-interest, but like narrowly defined bubble of what they can understand. In an ideal world, that would be on everything. Like when people do try to understand the economy, like even right now, right? People are seeing their cost of living skyrocketing. You know, there's a lot of things happening. The world prices are inflating in most major markets. Even now, most people couldn't tell you why. Like some people might say, "Oh yeah, war in Ukraine." Some people might say, "Well, they increased the money supply during COVID, right? You know, for stimulus checks or for whatever form of that your government had." Yeah, so like probably something to do with that. But like, there's a really complicated picture of like, well, a lot of people saved money for a full 2 years, and now there are supply issues, so even if they could buy all the things they wanted to, there's no supply for them. But also, we did print a ton of money, but also, there is a real shortage of important goods because of a war in that region. But also, you know, like, and so, because people don't fully understand the issues, you know, how can they want the things that would fix them? You know, like, if you don't like inflation, should you want higher interest rates? You know, should you want lower interest rates? Do you not care about inflation? Is inflation good for a lot of people who probably don't feel like they like inflation? It's great. I have more in I personally have more money in debt than I have in money. It's by like a factor of 10. I bought a house recently. It's tragic how much debt you have to get yourself into to buy a house. Oh, that's another thing by itself. Oh my god, this Dr. Green is so terrible. I can't believe I've done this to myself. But yeah, so you know, like that's an interesting factor, right? There's like not like it's hard. It's weird enough not even understanding the big issue, but not knowing like how it relates to you is even harder. That's how you get people that are air quotes voting against their own interest, right? Anyway, so yeah, here's an interesting sub question on the environment one though. Is like, do you think humans should care about things that don't direct? You know, like there's two ways you can view like our participation in society. Should you do the things that are most beneficial to yourself, or should you try and do as many things? Should your main goal be maximizing the common good? You know, rather than voting for things that would affect you in really good ways, should you only care about things that don't? Rather than like, oh yeah, I like plastic straws. I don't know if you could tell. You know, this bad drink is punishment for me drinking with plastic straws. I paid money for this. Do you think that I'll just mix it with Coke or something. That'll save it. But do you yeah, if right now you're in student debt and your interest rate on that loan didn't go up, by the way, your debt just got a lot less. That is what inflation is doing to you. So drink of a Twizzler so you can eat the straw. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Okay, so chat, you're gonna keep me safe. If there's a creeper, everyone just yell, "Oh no, there's a creeper," and then I'll disconnect from the realm. That's probably how it works. In the meantime, we can watch leaves slowly destroy themselves. Okay, one sec. So these are red vines. I bought like a kilogram of them or something. They come in very big boxes. But they are, if you cut off the ends, they are straws. And so, because it's sweet, it's not that sweet. Because this is the closest thing to eating plastic. It doesn't taste... I don't get how these are popular. They taste like nothing. Okay. Nope, still terrible. I think it's a good... Oh no, it's stuck in there now. Am I going to be able to get that out? No, it's probably stuck in there forever. It's a good thing I brought a second one. Be a little closer with this. The world gets more complicated every day, and I think it's part of the internet's fault. Does the world get more complicated every day? Or do you see more of it because you're exposed to it via the internet? I think, there's this phrase, right? Ignorance is bliss. That if you're on the internet, like if you're in certain sects of the internet, people will be disgusted with you for thinking, like, oh my god, you can't just ignore that, you know, the issue, that indigenous inequality issue in the Amazon. Like, what, this is the thing you need to care about more than anything else. Like, this is a bigger deal. Whereas people who don't know or care about it are happy. They're like, oh, sure, stocks aren't great today. Economy's down a bit, but it's not too bad. Whereas people are like, we are in an inflationary spiral. The inflationary predictions keep going up. We have no idea. We are entering a period that is going to be as bad as the 1970s. Ignorance is bliss. If individuals are exposed more to the complexity of the world, that doesn't inherently mean the world's getting more complex because individuals are. I think that the internet is a really great thing because you can see so many new viewpoints. The fact that you can hear what a British person has to say about, I don't know, police in America, or about the trolley problem, but if there was 5 bears instead of 5 people. The fact that you can even you can hear that at all, you know. Also, I'm gonna switch out the shovel, and I'll switch out the second pickaxe for the hoe, and then we'll just meow our way through here, looking for the key bits. I think that's what we kind of have to do at this point. The fact that that's a possibility for you is crazy. You're going to hear different things from my life perspective than you would hear from your own, unless you live in London and you are, you know, about 26 years old. You know, a little bit neurotic. I watched a video where they said they're actually trying to rename the word neurotic to sensitive. So ooh, a little bit sensitive to certain things. A little, you know, quite open. Unless you're all of those things, in which case this is quite boring. Though interesting enough, I think those people would like relate the most and therefore maybe like it the most. But you're getting to hear this entirely different perspective on the world to your own. There's similarities. Like the number of people who said, "Oh yeah, we agree on we agree on the you know, the climate thing about how yeah, we are bad for the planet. We are the cancer. But like ultimately it's good for humans." A lot of people have shared that opinion. Near London, 20-something, defo neurotic, defo relate, lol, says Kit Kat. That should be the new ASL. Should be AL, and then weird personality trait. You know, Peyton Weingarner asks, Toy Cat, I'm curious how you like the newest season of Ozark. You know, isn't that cool that after watching a TV show, you can hear about what I have to say about it if you want. By the way, I liked a lot of the ending. It was a little bit painful, and then I also feel as though what they did is sad, and it also feels like they could have used it more. But again, they had like a very specific message they were trying to raise about like, ooh, this is what always happens with the, you know, there was a social message in there they succeeded in delivering. Would have never known about power pods without Toy Cat. I'm gonna eventually break this block. It's gonna happen. What do you reckon, chat? How long until okay, if I just time the jump just right. Okay. We can do it. We can do it. Maybe if I go a little bit closer. No, I'm like right on the edge now. Because okay, somewhere lower in the jump. I'm so close. Okay, if I go like right on the edge, like the very corner. Nah, it's not gonna happen. But yeah, that's one of the cool things about the internet. It's this exposure to new people, ideas, etc. I think it can be really exhausting for some people because when you're on the internet, you're exposed to not just new people and ideas, but you're exposed to the things they care about most and the tragedy that is that. You know, like I wouldn't have learned about, so I wouldn't have learned some horrifying things about, you know, chicken packing factories if it weren't for some random thing about injuries that I was. Also, is it faster to mine with these? No, it's not. I wouldn't have learned about that yesterday. I'm more informed, but that new bit of information that I found because of the interconnectedness of the internet has like added an additional problem to my life. There's you know, the phrase ignorance is bliss kind of comes from the fact that like, yeah, the fewer bad things you know about, the fewer bad things you're concerned about. And it's like it's a little bit true. We care about things we know about much more than we care about things we don't know about. And so a lot of like actually being effective in dealing with things in the world, because you can learn about every single problem in the world, but what are you going to do about them once you found out? A lot of people go crazy from that. You know, it's the supervillain trope where he's learned enough about all the bad things about human beings, and he's just like, yeah, you guys, it's over for you. I'm gonna kill you all. That's gonna be the solution. The whole like humans are the cancer thing, like even towards other humans, if you ignore all the good things that we do, it's really easy to just look at the picture and say, we are all monsters. We are absolute messes. We are such a tragic group for even ourselves. You know, there are people living in multi-million-dollar mansions while a mile away someone freezes to death because they don't have a home. We are building pipelines through the homes of people that, you know, you know, we're taking entire species and making. Actually, I'm speaking about only humans. Sorry, but we're, you know, like there's all these things that we're so bad for ourselves. But again, I think it's because people don't go and become big cheerleaders for how great humans are on a certain thing. Like this is something I made my best effort to do, is you're gonna hear about all these bad things that I care about and you care about all the time, but you're not gonna hear about all the great things all the time. Like the fact that every single day, there are people that wake up and they go into environments where, you know, there's gonna be people mean to them, but they make a difference and they help people out. Every single day, there's someone who, you know, wants to put a smile on their friend's face. Every single day, there are people who are, you know, like, I know, like, I think about teachers sometimes, I'm like, man, that is the worst job. It's just a bunch of people who hate you because they don't want to be there. And you're trying your best to leave a good impact on them so that they'll become productive members of society. Every single day, people are doing these things. And every you know, like, in the economic world, it's like, yeah, it's so bad because, like, all those things I mentioned, people starve and this and that. It's like, yeah, well, people are also doing their best to, you know, like, to make sure that there is a food option, to make sure there is a, make sure that they do, you know, like, in the city I live in, even there is enough accommodation that is available for anyone to walk into, as long as you're not actively doing, you know, something you probably shouldn't, and you're not dangerous to the other people in there, to, like, be housed for the evening. There's so many of these, like, amazing things that we've set up. Here's an interesting one you might not know. The air ambulances in the UK are all private charities. They don't get money from the government. The not Coast Guard. It's the equivalent of, like, a Coast Guard. The equivalent of the UK Coast Guard is a charity, the RNLI, the Royal National Lifeboat Institute. Teachers don't get paid nearly enough to watch children all day. I think that's one of the structural problems in our society. Because is, like, everyone, it's a human desire to want to have children. It's not anymore, but it's like a species level desire to want to survive and reproduce. And modern day society says, so if you want to survive, you know, the first half of that, you basically need 2 incomes. If you want to buy a house of 1 income, good luck. Lol. If you want to, you know, like, everything gets so much cheaper the moment you get a second person. And so life says, yeah, that's it. It's so bizarre that it's still charities. Exactly, yeah, this whole organization that people in other countries believe can only exist by, like, yeah, people just donate because they want to save some people at sea. They save dozens of, you know, like, lost swimmers, refugees. There's a whole host of things they do. But yeah, so there's this fundamental problem of a lot of people want to do this, but you need 2 incomes to survive. And you also need 2 people to reproduce. But then if you reproduce, you need to then have someone, like, if you want to go do that job, that means, and most jobs are timed similarly, you know, 9 to 5. And so what do you do with the child? You can't bring him to work in current day, you know, offices, for very good reasons. If people start bringing their children to the office, like, I don't work in an office, but I'm not going to be happy. What about people who say for Christmas they've made a donations charity in your name? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Actually, you know what? Making a donations charity in my name, but I get the tax write-off. That's like giving me a quarter of that amount, and I get to feel good. You know what? For Christmas, make a charity donation in my name. Please do that. It doesn't work on YouTube, actually. Because Wait, does it? No, wait, it wouldn't, because it has to be like a friend or family, because otherwise it's income, and then I'm... You know what? Life is messy, huh? You don't need 2 incomes. I work 10 years while my wife's staying at home. I have 3 kids, as XXX, but I'm talking about the modern world, right? With incredibly high housing costs. Like, I think you can also... If you look at the average income and you look at the average, like, you know, like, amount needed for... You know, like, But so, like, at the very least, we can say that most people would like to have 2 incomes. Well, we'll say need is definitely not true. And but childcare costs so much. And when you see that childcare costs so much, you assume that people are just getting paid nutty amounts. But actually, it's just, no, the standards for looking after a young child is you need to have like 1 adult to 3 children, I think it is. And if you do the maths on like, okay, so you pay the minimum wage or barely above it, that's still so many people you need, plus overhead costs. But it's just expensive to look after children. And that used to not be a problem because we used, you know, like, it was traditionally delegated towards one partner in the household, right? And now, but now like, what do you do now? There's some people do have the thing where they just say, yeah, whoever earns the least in this partnership, you know, you stop working because that's cheaper than paying childcare. That's a thing. But now having children makes you materially poorer, not just because it costs so much money to look after one of these goddamn selfish balls of, you know, like, it's ugly, by the way, too. Children are so ugly. I can't believe people think they're not. But I think not only do they cost so much money directly, but now they lose you income so you can look after them. That's, you know, like, it's kind of crazy to me that the modern idea of, like, you know, it's this modern idea that you live in a world where, you know, like, of course everyone goes out and earns. It's like a really new idea, and it's got like some downsides. And I think the downsides are worth, the upsides are worth the downsides, like having an entire half of our population be more free to pursue their own goals. But I think it's like funny that we just can't work out that like fundamental question of like, but what do we do about like offspring? And it's like, well, we don't need to worry about that now. But I think we're gonna have some real issues with that in the future. My imagination, because this is one of those big, you know, the debate is like, should society help you with those individual costs, right? Should the, you know, previously, if for most of human history, if you had a child, it was your responsibility to look at after that child. Even if you have a child and you run away from it, the idea of what is it called? Alimony? Matrimony? The idea of, you know, like, you should still pay for a child just because it has your DNA in it. Like, that's been around like 100 years before that. It's been around, right? So, by the way, you know what? Can I just tell you something? I think this is funny because I didn't realize it recently. If you abandon a child, you have to pay for that child till he's 18. They're 18. Right? Same with if your wife abandons it. But if you both abandon the child, they go to an orphanage, an adoption house, and both of you are off the hook forever. I'm just saying, that's the craziest thing to do. Child support, that's the one. Oh, matrimony is the alimony is when you get divorced. My bad. Unless you relinquish your parental rights. I like that system. I told my wife I wanted 12 kids. She told me to find more wives. Oh, that's a cool wife. I'd be cashing that one in. You know, like you bring home 3 pregnant women one day, and you're like, well, you know, I do have an audio recording of the conversation where you told me this is what you wanted, and I thought it was crazy. It took me some time to do. Also, I'm so lost. Okay, where am I? Toycat has the most wives. I've got 355 wives. I don't think I've got a single. I didn't get animated with my ex-husband. He has no money. That's funny. That's sad. That's, you know, I think there's not paying child support for a kid you didn't want is a bad idea. See, it's this is one of those ideas that you would never be exposed to if you were. Again, this is like a idea that dudes specifically care about a lot, and so this is kind of what I'm talking about when I say like the internet allows you to be exposed to new ideas. Because if you are not a guy, you might not realize that, yeah, one of the big fears, one of the big injustices in the world to a lot of people is like, you didn't want this child. At every step in the process, you can say, I don't want this. This is a mistake. Let's not do this. But you can still be financially ruined for the rest of your life because someone else decides with the genetic material they have taken from you that they would like to do it. And the logic behind that, by the way, is because it's not a punishment to them. You know, unlike most things where it's a deliberate punishment, this is like a, you know, well, we care about that child having the things he needs. If the mother can't supply them, had a big brain fart there. You know, that's what the actual caring is, but it's one of those points you wouldn't hear about. Same with like on the other end, like, you might not hear about, I don't know, women in the office being like looked as like less effective because of, you know, like there's all sorts of things you wouldn't hear about unless you heard other people's perspectives. You know, we always talk about diversity, and for some reason we have this stupid idea that the only way you can be diverse is when you look different. Like, oh yeah. This my very smart, definitely not racist idea is assuming that the more different you look, the more unique perspective you have to offer. But like actually, like there's all sorts of different ways in which we are different, right? Our experiences that we have shape us as human beings in all sorts of huge ways. Period. I mean, you learn about that in like school, right? That's like, but I guess you wouldn't know that they're really bad for some people. You know, that's a thing you won't learn until you speak to someone who has it bad. You're like, you have a headache. That doesn't make sense if you're, you know, yeah. So like the thing about like, you know, there's like 5 major personality traits. Most people come down to this. I watched a little Netflix 20-minute documentary. That's the most I can watch in a documentary. I watched a 20-minute documentary that was breaking down the personality types. They agreed the big 5 was the way you did it. Like, yeah, you can be open, you can be conscientious, you can be neurotic and/or sensitive. You know, like those personality traits shape your life hugely. The income that you grew up in. This is the one that really upsets me when we assume that, like, yeah, actually the thing that affects you most is your is the exact cue of your and the chromosomes, and it's like no, it's none of that stuff. Something that I've found really interesting, and this is backed up by studies, is like at the same income level, the thing that will single-handedly affect most how you spend, or if you're fearful of bad things happening, it's not like any of those factors. Like, ooh, it's not the fact that you like a certain thing or that you look a certain way. It's like how you grew up. And you know, I place a lot of emphasis on that. I think I've said that before, because like I am in the weird situation of having to build myself from very little. But like if I was in some different situation, I'd be placing so much emphasis on that, because you know I only know how much of an impact and difference I have to the standard person, because yeah, it's one of my pet peeves is when we say that you can only be unique based on how you know, like it's literally the thing about skin deep, right? We should all be judging people not by, you know, not by the appearance, but like by the content of their character or whatever. Like we should be looking to see what's below the surface, because we're all very good. Let's be honest, right? We're all so good at judging people based on their initial appearance. Like we can pretend we don't do it all the time, but there's a reason that there's like, you know, like there's a reason first impressions matter so much. The moment you see someone, you prejudge a huge amount of their personality. You make all these big guesses, and you can't roll into it, right? Anyway, so if you're curious as to what's been going on in my life, because this is a Let's Play. It's a weird Let's Play, because it's like 2 hours long, and I'm just destroying one biome. You know, a brand new biome comes to Minecraft, and my first thing I do is I destroy it. That's not very good for the environment. Yeah, so I've been just kind of finding my kind of like space, my happy balance between things. Because I think one of the interesting things about society, this thing about messages, you can find things that are bad that are happening in the world everywhere. You can find people's things. One of the interesting little side messages, I guess, is that a lot of people will say directly conflicting things. So you'll hear non-stop people saying, "Oh yeah, look after yourself. Have have a mental health day. Make sure you do some self-care. You know, like, oh yeah, don't just worry about saving money, do self-care. Then you have people that say, like, right now, you know, like, hustle, hustle, hustle. Right now is the most important time to make money. And it's statistically true, by the way. For every $1 you would have to save as a 20-year-old, it's something like 8 if you're a 60-year-old. Or maybe it's 80. But, like, you know, like, there's a money multiplying effect because the longer you can leave money in the markets, the longer you can leave money working for you, or even just, like, buying, you know, like, the cost of financing things is high, not having to finance them because you've saved and you know, like, there's all these big things that say, yeah, you need to work as hard as you can and as, you know, grind as much as you can now. There's like entirely different attitudes that it comes from. And so I'm kind of trying to find out, like, my balance between them. Everyone is obviously a natural balance between them. And one of the things I realize is, like, I need to be doing something new and I need to be doing better every year. Like, you know, a weird part of the normal world is you would never get, like, a 40% salary reduction for doing the same job without, like, serious, like, bad things happening. But here on the internet, yeah, you know, YouTube's algorithm is changing every day because it's based on A/B testing. And some days that works out good. Some days it's catastrophic and, like, oops, last month you made 60% less than this month. You know, that because of the wild update, I, you know, had a little... Also, thank you so much, Nathan Bonar, so much for becoming a member. We had a little boost last week. That was fun. Just, like, not necessarily anything I did. I did make extra videos, so, like, I'm part of that. Try the hoe on the roots, says Duncan Wall. It doesn't work so well. I don't know why. Unless you meant on the muddy roots. Should we try it on the muddy roots? Is that what you're saying? Okay, this is the muddy roots. This is my hoe. It didn't do anything fun. I'm disappointed now. Been watching for a fat minute, says Nathan Werner. Hey, I'm glad that you've been watching for such a fat minute. I hope you've been enjoying. I mean, if you became a member, I'm really glad you are. Thank you, by the way, for becoming a member. I feel as though, like, you know, we're always in this, like, constant balance of them. But if you don't know, becoming a member, it's one of these services I really like because it means you not only you supporting the channel on a month-to-month basis, but also you access to this, like, this green name, some emojis, and some secret Toy Cat videos that are so bad we can't make public. Like me bathing in Iron Brew. No one wants to see that, right? It's not a good thing. The roots break fast with the axe. They certainly do not. They use up axe durability and they break no faster, which is very confusing. Or if they're breaking faster, I can't spot it. And if I can't spot it, and this is a efficiency 4, only efficiency 4. I can't believe my axe is so bad. Also, it has fortune on for some reason. That's a silly enchantment. I should put more silly enchantments on my stuff. I mean, Beta Valve Prods is pretty nice, actually. I could probably one-hit kill some spiders, huh? Roots is supposed to be mined with an axe, but it's bugged. But, oh, you think they're going to fix it in the beta, maybe? I mean, sorry, fix it in 1.19.10. Excited for the Iron Brew video, says Nathan Bernard. Believe me, is there reason to be excited? Sorry if I say this too much, but I'm still a member at heart. I know as soon as the sanctions are lifted, it'll be over, Dash. Don't worry. I believe in you. Actually, wait, do you want to see something, chat? Here's something YouTube automatically makes, but you might find it useful. So in my member tab, there is a little setting. I can show you, you can see what videos you'd get if you were a member. I want to mention this now because it feels kind of shilly because, like, what do I mention? Like the merch, you know, sometimes it's like I don't want to mention this stuff too much. I like playing the Minecraft and, like, you should all know about this stuff. But a lot of people genuinely aren't familiar with the membership idea. So I linked it in chat. Oh, it didn't work correctly. I'll put it as a link in the live stream. Member video playlist. It automatically makes a playlist of every video that is linked from it. Some of those are just, you know, things that we have to, you know, basically keep unlisted, but I figured rather than unlisting them, or like privating them, I'd hide them in there. And some of them are more like this. Try shears on the roots. Yeah, no, I'll wait till they unbug them. I'm fine, I can do it. But yeah, there's a few little bonus just you know I feel like it's one of those things that helps you feel a little bit better about making the plunge into something like this. Just a little fun little bonus. And because it's also really great for me because it means videos that I definitely can't publish on the internet, like my feet are visible in that Iron Brew video. Like I'm bathing in orange liquid. This is gonna be awful if it's like too public. So like, you know, hiding it behind a little paywall, just smart to me. Anyway, so I just wanted to mention that if you didn't know. Ooh, Toycat did a collab with Silverfish. I am horrified by the silverfish in my house. The worst bit is it's the wrong Iron Brew. I had to cut costs somewhere, and when you're buying that much Iron Brew, buying the name brand stuff adds up. Man, I want Iron Brew so bad now. It's 10:30. I can still get Iron Brew in my life. Okay, let's get me a ton of this. I want to make sure it looks nice and destroyed at the edges. You know, that's important to me. Also, we need to get some of this stuff. Just destroy the spawner, bro. The correct tool to use is TNT, but only on Java. Yeah, I was thinking of getting some TNT over here and doing it. Might be a good idea. Oh, yeah, this noise is very satisfying. Just the pitter-patter of shovel hitting mud. Very nice. Very nice. By Toycat, the good ginger stuff. The good ginger stuff? Are you speaking about my secretary? There you go. That's funny. Yeah, by the way, oh wait, actually, right, while we're still here, I want to make sure I start this download. Oh no, it's not there yet. Oh god. I'll speak, so my video from yesterday. Oh yeah, it's 10:30 and it's not there. That's concerning, huh? Oh my god, I hate Twitter so much. You just try and, okay. Thank you. Okay, okay, so I died 7 times, lost 80% of crap, came out with 82 iron and found a deep dark, all within 2 chunks of my spawn/base. I love when you find a good deep dark right below your spawn. It's a good time when you do. Side note, Riggins Rally Girl. I always want to like ask this like in a genuinely curious way, because one of the things I do want to improve upon is the membership like ask, right? Like letting people know about it without just permanently saying, yeah, get this, get this, get this. I think in 2 hours it's only fair that I get to, you know, promote the memberships and say, hey, do you want to support the channel monthly? But since you tip a lot big and semi-regularly, what is the reason for not becoming a member, Riggins Rally Girl? Is it like you didn't know about it? Is it you don't care about the green name or anything? You know, what is the reason? You know, let's do a survey, you know? That's what I'm trying to get at here. Mud Brick Desert Pyramid. We know how much you love desert temples. Hair. Yeah, I loved it in my 19 builds you shouldn't make video. I thought it looked so good. It was like the best thing I made in that entire video. Okay, so I'm a member, but I have this account attached to another one. Ah, right. Yeah, that's you have a second account that you use for. Yeah, I have the same thing actually. You know, the worst thing about that is I have YouTube Premium, but I have multiple YouTube accounts, and so if I'm watching on any of my other accounts, I still get ads. And it's like, come on, YouTube, can we not just, you know these channels are all me. You send the payment to the same AdSense account. You know, like can you just, you know, while you're at it, could you just, okay, no, you couldn't. That seems unnecessary. Yeah, it's very, very strange in my opinion. So ad blocker is greater than YouTube Premium. Yeah, the difference is, so YouTube Premium is a service that when you get it, not only do you get all those weird bonus features, but you also when you actually watch with YouTube Premium, you're still supporting the creator. Because the thing about YouTube is you watch ads to support the people, you know, like a certain amount of the money of the ad you watch for a video goes to the person who made it. And so the reason people watch ads is because they want that money to go towards the people. And so saying ad blocker is better is because you're just removing the ad. You're not keeping the payment. Is just like saying, yeah, I think it's so much easier to, you know, like people pay like $1 for a bag of Skittles. Didn't you know you can just take them and not pay? And like, yeah, no one cares about stealing from Mars. But like, I got this great idea. Go to the farmer's market. Things are expensive. Just don't give them money. Problem solved. Also, I see a second account. Riggins, ready, go. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. If YouTube Music streams a good bitrate, I'll consider it. I've never been a music snob, so YouTube Music is great for me. Like, that's the crazy thing about YouTube Premium, is that it just comes with a free subscription to YouTube Music, which I don't have Spotify or anything like that. So that's, like, worth a lot of the money by itself, because, like, listening to songs is a weird thing now, right? Whatever, it's strange. If you're in the partner program, you should get YouTube Premium for free. I think at the very least, the least YouTube could offer me is, like, take $12 of my money every month and take that for YouTube Premium. Whereas right now I have to pay for YouTube Premium out of my, like, post-tax money. You know, just save me that. Just charge me for it at source. You know, maybe I'm weird. How was your trip to the USA? Says Get Gooder. I'm actually going back to the USA in a week. So it was good, and it'll be good again. Okay. This is me being, like, very specifically niche. I'm excited for the flight. I'm going to the there's this terminal in Heathrow. I don't get to fly very often, and I'm flying through it, and I'm excited. You know, it's gonna be like a good day. There's exercise bikes at the airport, and that sounds awful, but there's showers there, so I'm gonna have like a good hard exercise. Then I'm gonna shower. Then I'm gonna eat a little bit too much food. It's gonna be a good airport day, and then I'll end up in you know, another one of my favorite cities in the world. But I don't like having too many recurring monthly payments. If I become a member on every channel I really enjoy, I'd be in debt within a month. Yeah, no, I do definitely think if, like, a brutal reality is if this isn't your favorite channel or this isn't the best membership offer for you, you don't think the videos and the green name and the, you know, like, if then yeah, totally doesn't make sense for you. I'm a big believer in people reducing their monthly outgoings. Like, so many people can get trapped in, oh yeah, this car only costs $300 a month for 6 years, and not realize what, you know, the maths on that is, or buying a sofa, or buying, or like, you know, there's a meme going around right now that, like, ooh, millennials can't buy houses because they subscribe to Netflix. And it's like, well, no, that's definitely not the big reason. But it is one of those spending habits that can be, you know, like, when you stack that spending habit enough times, you know, like, when you stack ignoring things and just having an endless monthly subscription, it can go quite poorly. But, that's why it's important to, like, you know, make a conscious decision. Like, yeah, I'm supporting this thing because I want to. I'm getting this thing for a time that I want to do it. It's important, in my opinion. Also, I'm only a member for this channel. Thank you for saying I'm your favorite channel, effectively. On behalf of the US, I'd like to welcome you back in advance. I would like to welcome myself back in advance, too. No, I'm excited for it. I really am. I've still got a rental car over there, and I'm gonna hopefully get, like, a trip. I want to go to Death Valley. With a name like Death Valley, it's got to be good, right? It's got to be good. I think it's very interesting. Can't buy houses because they're stupidly overpriced. $450K for a free bed down south, says Natasha's. Yeah, I was looking in London for a 3-bedroom place, and you know, if I saw one that was $450K, I'd be like, oh, what a bargain. In the areas I was looking. Now, the place I really wanted to live in London, it would have been at least $1 million for that. Like, you know, for, like, a bad one. Like, the tiniest, like, I could live in someone's shed for $750,000. That was, like, the only, and that was a 2-bedroom, not a 3-bedroom. It was very brutal. Also, thank you very much to Colby Quivey for becoming a channel member. If you want to see what you get as a channel member, not only do you get the emoji, not only do you get the help. Hey, where we go? Second one. Not only do you get the emoji, not only do you get the wonderful message on screen and the lovely feelings of support, but you get access to the playlist, which is linked in the description. You might want to check it out. Now that you're members, you can do it. But even if you're not a member, you can see what's in there, and you can see why those videos aren't public, maybe, and then understand what. Yeah, anyway, it's a whole thing. Thank you for 3 people rapidly becoming members. You've brightened up my day, seriously. Sometimes I'm streaming, I'm like, man, socially exhausted. You know, I'm usually a pretty introverted person, which is weird because I talk to people on the internet all day. And sometimes I'm like exhausted after one of these streams. But it makes it all better when I see that, like, you know, a lot of people cared today. We boosted the member count. That's a metric I care about. You know, we got some good tips. I'm too financially motivated. Maybe I should be motivated by other things like pipelines or the rights of people to do whatever else. But no, it's definitely money. I mean, can you buy lobster roll with you know, indigenous people rights? Until you can, then, you know, sorry, that's I can't have that anywhere too near the end. So, oh, gifted memberships are a thing? Whoa, when did that happen? Seriously, has anyone seen... Wait, is that a real message? Wait, does anyone know how gifted memberships work? Whoa, that's so cool. Okay, chat, did you know gifted memberships are a thing? Congratulations on the gifted membership, Amanda S. Someone, Anonymous Dad, popped in and just gave 5 people memberships. I didn't know that was a feature. I have not seen that. It said gift some, so I did. Did you get to choose the 5 people? Did you get to choose the 5 people, or did it just give to 5 people like by itself? Like, did it choose? Because Amanda S is a chatter. She's been here a lot. Same with Logan555YT. I wonder how they did it. Okay, so if that's the coolest thing. It's taken YouTube a few years, but they're catching up on the game. Hey, Lena Alhamed, congratulations! Welcome to the exclusive club. Congratulations on the gifted one. Random RNG like Twitch. Okay, so Dasher. I've worked out a solution for you. If you stay around in the streams for longer, congratulations, Ace234DM. Do. We now have a way that you can get Pigstep to play on loop for longer than the 5 seconds that it does by default. That's so cool. I think it's picking from regular chatters, because I recognize Lena Alhamed, I recognize Logan555YT, and yeah, no, so the solution. So right now, one of the members, well-known members on this channel, lives in a country where there are sanctions against financial payments to YouTube. Who knows which country it is? It could be any of them. But now there is technically a chance for her to get the membership. That's pretty cool. I like that. Hope it goes well for you, Dasher. I've never seen a streamer in a bad mood while getting subs, says XXXBurk. Yeah, I mean that's like right. It's exciting news. It's very good times. I wonder if YouTube is biased against Russian accounts. Oh, that is actually interesting too. If it's RNG, it could be, you know, and if it doesn't, we can't tell if it's not picking you because it wouldn't, because you're in, you know, you're in a country they can't be gifting memberships to. Also, thank you Skagrot for becoming the 10th member of the day. That is very exciting. Yeah, like I wonder if it's like, yeah, I do actually wonder. That's such a curious question. That is a very curious question. But yeah, could you let me know if YouTube shows the gifted sub button for you, chat? Because, by the way, I just wanna give more thanks to your boy Anonymous Stab. But yeah, that's a feature I've never seen on anyone else's stream. I always heard it was in the pipeline, but I've heard that for years now. So yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of the memberships. Just googled gifted stubs. It is in beta as of May 10th. So some people just randomly get gifted it, huh? You have to toggle on enable gifting. So some people have the options to do it. Huh, very interesting. I'm gonna quickly check my stream settings to see if that's only works on PC Super Chats in a minute. Seen it for a few streams now. So it's in beta, so some people have access. Oh yeah, wait, I remember I enabled gifting subs in my settings a little bit ago. There's a setting up here. Member recognition. Oh, that's a cool new thing, by the way. You show up on my YouTube channel page. Like 8 people randomly do. Yeah, I remember I did have to enable that specifically, I think. I want to say I did. Maybe I didn't actually. Memberships. We're at 333 members, by the way, so thank you for the little boost. Subs have access. I have access to it as well. Huh. There is a... I don't have it, but it's cool, it's a thing. 333. It's a nice number. That might be before this stream. It might be 343 now. We'd have to check. So glad this mangrove swamp is being destroyed. Where does global warming end? You know, that's an interesting question, is it? Where does global warming end? The answer is it never ends. Yeah, I'm gonna just put these in a corner, and then I'll use the rest of this box to... You know, I feel like I should get a full second row of these before I go. Yeah, this is exciting. Thank you for the memberships. Appreciate it a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get through this green juice. I need to punish myself. My mind says no, but my body says no even louder. I can think of very few things as terrible as this. Toy Cat, are you going to Las Vegas again? I might be going to Las Vegas. I might be going anywhere. The beautiful thing about the United States of America is the fact that it's such a big country. You could be going to New York, or you could be going 4,000 miles away from New York, and you'd still be in the same country. Isn't that crazy? Are you drinking your pee? Says Lena El Hamed. You know, there are some groups of people that get really into drinking their own pee because they think, like, it's got some nutrients. And if you think about it, right, whose pee is more personalized to you than your own? But I also feel as though that's crazy. Like, I feel as though at some point in the human tech period, like, if you're literally gonna dehydrate to death in a desert, I think drinking your pee is smart then. I think in the modern world where we've just got water that comes from taps, or even better if you don't trust fluoridization or whatever. We have bottled water too. It's not that expensive. It's not this wildly expensive thing. I'm in the US and can confirm everyone I know talks like that. Everyone in America has a little bit of a twang going on. You know the word twang? It sounds like a rubber band snapping in twain. You should visit Tallahassee, the capital of Florida. Yeah, no, it's weird. The reason Cherry Best, you said, ooh, the capital of Florida isn't Miami. In European countries, the capital is usually the most populous city, whereas in American states, it's like 50-50. So the capital of Colorado is Denver, but the capital of Texas isn't Dallas, it's Austin. And the capital of New York isn't New York, it's, I don't know, Albany. Yeah, no, it's a very interesting thing, right? Also, oh my god, more gifted memberships. Okay, so here's the thing, is you think it's specifically picking... No, it picked Orange Brian Smith. This is gonna be the longest. This is, okay, oh my god, look how many gifted memberships there are. Orange Brian Smith, congratulations. Welcome to the membership club. That's exciting. That is so cool. Thank you. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. This is based, by the way. Apparently, there's a setting you have to have enabled, but it's based on your chatting and I don't know how it bases it on there, but randomly, if you've been chatting, you could get a membership, like Put now does. Welcome to the Cool Cat Club, Put. This is everyone's favorite club, and you now get access to Toy Cat Bathing in Iron Brew. There's a lot of people who can watch Toy Cat Bathing in Iron Brew now. It's kind of concerning. It's linked down below, the playlist of all the member videos. Hey, Algazad! Lord, the Dark Lord. I can't believe we just got 10 gifted memberships, and then immediately afterwards 10 more. You know, when it rains, it pours, am I right? This is absolutely wild. Muffin Man! Congratulations, Muffin Man. You've been gifted a membership. You're now officially, you're now officially green name. You get the emojis, you get all sorts of fun things. Thank you, Juho S. We should get a member count. I don't think the member count will... I think we can assume... Okay, actually, I'll refresh. If it hasn't gone up, we can assume we've gone from 333 to 363 today. This is the most members I think we've ever gained in a stream. I am very... Oh my god, Ranon's Extra, thank you so much for becoming a channel member via the gifted membership, which I hope you enjoy. Like Stam Stowburger. This is certainly an event to remember. Yeah, congratulations. Only a few people have access to gifted memberships, like the ability to do it. But thank you so much for choosing to do it. I'm sure B1 Crazy is absolutely glad that they are a channel member now as a result of that. Isn't that incredible? Not only is B1 Crazy a member, by the way, but also, get this right, Alex00712. Welcome to the Cool Cat Club. I'm very excited for you. I hope that you enjoy these newfound perks, your newfound emojis. Same with Benjamin Harris. Hey, Benjamin Harris. That's another name that's another familiar recurring face. It's like being Oprah. You get a membership, and you get a membership, and you know what? You love 999. You get a membership too. That's right. Welcome to the club. Yeah, no, this is a really cool thing. Obviously, like as a streamer, like wow, it's cool. More people get to be members, but it's great that people who couldn't for some reason now are getting access to the membership. I'm really excited for them. Chewy99. I hope you watch foods that are illegal in America, but that I just went and ate in the UK. Tyler Kovalaskas. I definitely said that correctly. It's good to see you finally becoming a member, Kyla. It's very good to see. By the way, this is the longest. Not only is this the most in one stream, it's the longest train. Like Roger Teja, dropping in with a new channel membership. Congratulations, by the way. Now officially a part of the Cool Cat Club. Now officially getting those new emojis. Officially got that green name, just like Buster Sharp does, by the way. Yeah, all the pig step. Able to stay, but I'm banging your super flat series. Thank you, Skylar Paulson. Hope you get around to it. Hey, Scoopsky Cat! Hey, I'm so happy for you, Scoopsky Cat. I'm glad you got picked by whatever is deciding on the members. I thought it might be exclusive to the US, but then Orange Brown Smith is British. Also, Miller Kalos. Congrats on the gifted sub. Everyone just give a little thank you to Darren Hughes and to Anonymous Dab for gifting so many memberships, for bringing the joy and the benefits of membership to so many new people. I think that's really exciting, including for Honey, by the way. I think goes without saying, right? But yeah, I'm really excited for you. Yeah, with that said, I'm a cool muffin now, says Muffin Man. Look how much greener your name is. Wow, isn't that delightful? Also, thank you so much for becoming a channel member, Leaf Hicks, and for being gifted it. If you go on Death Valley, you should. Anyway, so is this really the most members gone in one stream? Says Chewy99. There's no way. It's been 30 members now. I genuinely cannot remember coming close to 30 members in a single stream before. Like if we got like 10 members during a super flat stream, I'd be like happy. I'd be like, whoa, we did pretty good that day. So 30 is like unthinkable. Like, my gosh. How do we do it? I think it was 25. No, we got 25 gifted subs, and 5 people have naturally become members themselves. Gifted members. We have to remember not to use Twitch language. You don't have to gift subscribers on YouTube. You can just become one. Also, Anonymous Dab and Darius Hughes found the gilded memberships, I see. They found the magical ones. Oh my god, Anonymous Dab! Oh, you've gone crazy. You've gone absolutely crazy today. 20 more memberships. Oh, how this is insanity. To everyone who showed up today, you've gotten a very lucky chance because Dion has just become a channel member thanks to Anonymous Dab. This is gonna be the longest non-stop pig step train you will ever hear. There have now been 50 new members. Oh my gosh, that's so many. Every single one of you. There's a link in the description to the member-only videos. Anyone can click it, but members can watch it. Because obviously they're videos that can't be... I hope that you enjoy, as a result, your newfound membership. Like Rebel Taylor 13. Congratulations on your newfound access to the Cool Cat Club. Yeah, this is absolutely crazy, the gifted stuff, the gifted membership thing. I love that. This is one of the most wholesome ways to tip, right? Because obviously, like, it's helping out other people in chat by giving them like this little thing, right? This is the coolest. I really do like this. I think it's so cool. Like Yellow, congratulations becoming a channel member. Instead of becoming a member, themselves for a year and a half or whatever that would be, 20 brand new people now get to experience it. Like, Yee, congratulations, you're now a channel member. This is the craziest member train at all. What the heck is happening? This is insanity. Prod by Kaizen, congratulations. Thank you to Anonymous Dab for letting this happen. This is the most crazy event. This is why it's a good idea. Look, it has the word gift in there, right? But it really is the most wholesome type. Just all these people, and seeing them all be excited, like not everyone, but like a lot of people have been so excited to become channel members. It's so fun. Yeet OMG just became a channel member. Yeah, you did. Like Ash H, by the way, also a channel member. You're enjoying your new green names? Yeah, hope you're enjoying your new green names. Yeah, Anonymous and Darren finding Toy Cat's whole career. Thank you, Christina Woodruff. Or maybe you should be saying thank you. Maybe I should be thanking it. I don't know which way around the thank you works. I just know this is definitely the most members in the stream now. This is crazy. Charizard, congratulations on the gifted membership. Anonymous Dab, tax returns, no lol. Uncle Sam keeps on mine lol. I really appreciate it, Anonymous Dab. This is the coolest event that has just come from a stranger's kindness. I really appreciate you doing it. I really appreciate you dropping in, giving Stephen R, new member by the way. Welcome to the club. Hope you're enjoying your time here. You can enjoy the clubhouse. We've got a private pool. We've got manogram towels. Anagram? What is that called actually? You're not tame. Welcome to the club. Welcome indeed. I hope that you find your time here to be delightful. I'm enjoying your existence here already. Also, Kapow, thank you. Thank you also for becoming a channel member via the result of the very lucky. It's random based. I think it's clearly picking from some criteria based on chatting. But congratulations, you did it. In fact, congratulations, Paul Rendoza, for the same thing. Congratulations on now being a channel member. Ooh, how exciting! Now you got access, right? That's next level. Speaking of next level, Colin. Oh my God! By the way, I think he just gifted 20 more. I think there is non-stop pig step now. I think that's what we hear from now to the end of time, and I'm excited for it. I like the way it's picking. There's some process behind it that's happening behind the screen. Scenes. If you made it to a stream and this was your one, like this was a lesser, like this isn't the most popular stream I've done the last month or whatever. Like obviously some streams better than others. To everyone who showed up, congratulations on your new memberships. Like Papa Yam, hope you're enjoying it. Mr. Dab getting a hit off this. It's gotta be right, like doing a kind thing, giving Nathaniel Martin as well as over 40 other people the access to something they didn't have before, but clearly, if they're fans of the channel, and I think it's basing on chatters, they're going to enjoy. Bare minimum, they're going to enjoy watching me bathe in Iron Brew, right? That's the minimum we're getting from this. Also, Mummy Longlegs, thank you for the $10 tip. So that was the in-between. That means we've gone through the last 20, and now the next 20, it's going to begin. But no, thank you for the tip. I appreciate it a lot. As much as Adam Erdman hopefully appreciates the gifted membership. So when you're a member, you have access to bypass the slow mode. But if you do spam, you do get spammed if you're like abusing it. Like Vihan Vinyak Singh, you now have access to, amongst many other benefits, by the way. It is amongst many benefits. It's a thing. So yeah, we went from having 30 members, which was the most we had in a stream. Then we got 20 more. And then we got 20 more. And I see in chat right now, Darren Hughes is trying to up it. Exploratory for, oh my god, so many members. This is insanity. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. We have 90 new members on this stream. Almost 100 new people joining the club, right? Is Anonymous Stab just trying to get Dash the membership because I approve? You know, I think the fact that we've had 85 of these gifted memberships and Dasher hasn't got one, I think it must probably be picking based on country. In fact, wait, can we confirm? So next member, Pro Blocks Gaming. Can you type in chat? No, don't type more details. But what country are you from, if you don't mind saying? Do you live in the? I'm gonna guess US or UK. We've only got those 2 data points so far too. Congratulations, Board Star Boy. Could you type in chat which country you're from? I would love to hear it. In fact, if you just got gifted a sub at all, just type it in. It'd be useful to know. So unlucky to be here and not be a member. I mean, statistically, it's still most people, right? Like that's it could just be pure chance that it's not with Dasher. US, okay. I'm from Sweden. Okay, so a new gifted member from Sweden. I mean, we've still got like, you know, like EU plus. We gotta have like a member from like, you know, Bolivia or like Brazil. We gotta get one like way out there. Also, Mike Stafford, congratulations. I live in Finland, so not only US and UK. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be country-based, or if it is, it's picking a broad. We got Mexico as well. Okay, yeah, I think it could be anyone. I think there's a tiny chance they specifically, you know, singled out Russia. It's, I mean, very mean. But I think it's possible, but it's just a chance. So yeah, we got South Africa as well. Captain River, thank you so much. For the and thank you to Darren Hughes, by the way, for making this happen. But also Anonymous Dab. Between the two of you, look at the kindness that you have. Look at the kindness that you've added to these people. All these new members. Look how many green names we have in chat. Look how crazy this is. This is crazy. IVX Chat Cat, welcome to the club. I missed the gift raid, says JJ Nutbutter. Yeah, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can gift memberships, and if you're in the chat at the time, you might get one of those gifted memberships, and you get all the super fun benefits like Lucas Bell has. I just think it's so wholesome that like 2 people ended up gifting, you know, Anonymous Tab with a 45 and 25 from 65 must be from Anonymous Tab and 25 from Darren Hughes. 35. You know, the maths is very confusing, but it's so crazy to me, and I want to say, you know, this is the thing about people, right? This is an example of a really nice thing. Sussy Gamer and all of these other members get a nice little bonus. Plus, you know, like I get this fun little thing. All as a thank you, all as a direct result of direct result of this. And it's just so cool if you ask me. Yeah, thank you everyone for oh my god, now so Riggins Rally Girl, or Mary, has on top of that 20 more. I love that this, oh my god, so many. I see Notta, by the way, that's another long-time subscriber mixed in there. Seb Vic, congratulations on the new channel membership. There's so many of them. There's so much pig step. This is absolutely wild. How many new members today? We've had over 100 new members now. 110 new members in this one day. This is the most I've ever seen. This is so nice. Thank you. At this point I'm speechless. But yeah, I see now. Okay, at some point, so bear in mind we had 110 new members, 5 of those were natural. So 105 gifted members, there's 480 people here. So your mathematical odds, if it's just based on being in the chat, is 1 in 4. I like the idea that these are all being gifted, by the way. Congratulations, Pokemon is best. Hope you enjoy your new gifted membership. This is an awesome feature. Yeah, I agree. I totally love this. I really am enjoying the absolute insanity that is going on right now. Peace Dragon, congratulations. This is FDR levels of Toy Cat tax. You know, the marginal rate of Toy Cat tax has gone suspiciously high, but it seems the end result, it's working out for people. No, this is so cool. Congratulations, Theo Ricer. So yeah, the odds are now 1 in 4, which means so one of the joking goals we had was like, yeah, so Dasha can't become a member right now because of her country and sanctions and stuff. And so it's fun. There's a chance that it's not picking deliberately. There's also a chance that you might get it by trying harder. I genuinely not trying harder, like by throwing more at it. I wonder which it is. The amount of members we have, like there are now more members in chat than not members. By the way, TMC, congratulations. Like people chatting, I mean, like obviously again, 3/4 of people technically aren't members, but within the within the chat, it is crazy to see. Hey Igor, I saw a thing in chat got mixed up. Clairebeth85, congratulations. I hope that you enjoy your new gifted membership. It seems the stream is set to become a single biggest contributor to the gifted members beta test. Yeah, right. They're doing a beta test. We're making sure they get their data points. By the way, Ben Cobain, glad you could also help beta test this feature. Free membership for you. You get a membership, and they get a membership. And you know who else gets a membership? No, it's absolutely wild. DA. I am beyond mind blown by how this has gone, right? These people are legends. It's true, Logan 555 YT. You know, you're a new member. What are you gonna do with it? What are you gonna do with your brand new things? If you're a loyal Twitch chatter, the chance of getting it seems to be higher. It does seem to be higher, doesn't it? Also, Silica. Wait. So, where is Silica in this list? Wait. That's interesting. Silica was an existing channel member that was given it in the. Okay, so I see where we are now. Oh, it's doing it in a random order, so I don't know where we are. It's really because you all became members at exactly the same time. The Streamlabs system has no idea how to handle it. I was listening to stream while playing Minecraft, and I got a membership. Thanks so much, this Charizard. Say thank you to. I believe yours came from Anonymous Dab. But we've had 3 very generous benefactors who have been helping to beta test this feature, given over 100 new people channel memberships today. Again, the previous record was 20 maybe, and even that was incredible. That was like beyond my wild. We hit 30 and I was like, my god, this is the craziest thing we've had. And now we're at 110 memberships because of the gifted. It is wild. It is nuts. Oh my god, Fluffy. Also, oh my god, more gifted memberships. That is. Oh, okay. So with 20 more memberships, I want to see who gets some. Okay. So I'm keeping my eyes on the new gifted membership. Thank you for the craziest gifting event ever. 130 new members today. That is so many. I'm looking through the list. I'm seeing some. See, I think now, maybe I'm wrong. I do see some familiar faces, but they're getting slightly more mixed up, so I'm still not sure. Chat just went up by 30. Everyone's arriving to get those sweet free memberships. I think everyone's liking the event, right? Like, have you ever seen so many like again, this is just everyone. But yeah, you know, it's funnier to say actually. Like, yeah. Everyone, you know, right now is the best time to be watching a Toycat stream. Just like Jesus Lopez, you might get a gifted membership. I think it'd be cool if you could deliberately gift people, like pick people to give membership to. But I like this one too. Like Squidward, you are randomly chosen by some, you know, algorithm or whatever to get a membership. The Iron Brew video is gonna have skyrocketed in views after this. Members only videos don't have views. I genuinely have no clue how many people have watched that. Also, Kashi Neto! Congratulations. I hope you enjoy your gifted membership. Feel bad for people who missed this stream and had to catch it afterwards. Been watching Toycat since a bit before 1.17 on TV, but only sub when I got a Google account. Thank you, Charlie Be Gone. Oh, I recognize you from earlier this stream. I'm glad you could finally get a membership as well as your subscription. Also, the Pig Village. I love that the dashes in your name are making a little wave. Reminds me of RuneScape. Yeah, that's interesting. This is the craziest I get stream, says Chewy. I can't believe this. You know, it was just a chill Monday destruction stream, and it's turned into this. Louis Lavacho, congratulations, by the way. So what are okay? So I don't have the option for gifting memberships, as best I know. Actually, wait, can I? I guess it probably won't let me as a streamer. But does it come in? It comes in 5 and 10 and 20. Is it like, can you gift one? You know, as well. Is that how that works? I'm really curious, you know. Here's a funny thing: if you get gifted one and you gift one yourself, you can make an infinite recurring loop. Pay it forwards, and if you did, you'd lose 30% of your money. Don't forget that I'd then be paying. I guess I could treat it as a business expense, so probably not tax. But you're right. Yeah, it'd be a silly way to. Maybe I just want to give people some memberships, you know. Also, thank you so much again, this is all Mary, also known as Riggin Rally Girl. The memberships, it's going crazy. It allows for 5, 10, and 20. That's really interesting. It'd be funny if it let you do one, because then you could have it like, you know, like everyone just gifts one, and then everyone could go crazy. Exponential membership. Okay, so everyone who gets gifted a sub, you gift 5. Then if you get gifted, gift 5. And it's a pyramid scheme where only me and whoever's doing the beta testing for the YouTube thing wins. Because my God, the number of gifted memberships, I've never seen one ever before, and we got over 120 of them today. How did that just happen? You know. To anyone who hasn't been gifted, make sure you have gifts enabled. Exactly. See, there's a fun question, right? What happens if there are no people in the chat who have gifts enabled? What happens if there's no one who can physically be added to that? Hey, Myra! I wonder if it'll... There's 5 more... Thank you so much for adding to the crazy membership. The stream just got crazier. I really appreciate it. Yep. I like this, like, we're all playing like a lottery, and it's like, okay, if we all just keep doing this, eventually we can get Dasher her membership, right? I don't see such an option. Also, Union Keyblade, congratulations, you're now part of the Cool Cat Club. The members never end. We're gonna listen to Pigstep, and we're gonna listen to it again and again and again, and it's my favorite thing. I genuinely love this. This is the most wholesome little after stream we've ever had. Do you feel like you can't receive it, Dasher? Is that your vibe? You getting that impression? Click on the gifts and there's a link about enabling gifts. So yeah, okay. Maybe only people who can give gifts can receive gifts. It's like Christmas rules. You know, you don't wanna get. Also, it's Astrelen sign. Congratulations. If Dash doesn't get it by the end of the stream, it's rigged. You know, I agree with that. You know, it's like loot boxes. It's designed to make you think like you're about to get something, but you're not actually. But Adam, you actually did. This stream will hold the record for most members. We've in a normal stream we go from like 350 members to 355 members. Right, that'd be a normal stream. We've gone from 333 members to 460 members. Wait, plus Myra's 5. 468 members now. We have more than added a third to the count. It is insanity that the number of new members. You know, this is such a good day for a lot of people. I like that. You know, like usual tips are great. You know, it's like a two-way interaction. This is a way of like, you know, like help you. It's a way of kind of like giving a crazy. You know, I think it's nuts. Can we get 500? Yeah, I guess we're at 468. We're now only 32 from 500. You know, my goal for so long was 400. So to be almost at 500 after a stream, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Did not picture this happening early today. And neither could Jack, I imagine. Really crazy, made my day, says Soul Pancake. See, right, it's so cool to hear all these new people, like Taka Supreme, congratulations. So many people having their days made by like such a small little... I love the way it works. It's, because no one was expecting it until 20 minutes ago. Just, oh, yeah, some people randomly get thrown a membership. Roblox man, you are in fact a membership. Oh my god, Darren Hughes gifted 20 more. Oh my gosh. This is with that means what, 488 members? This is insanity, right? This is so much that we now have every single person who can become a member must have been gifted a member by now. This is so many. They did it so they can see you in the bath, says Buster Sharp. There's now 170 new people who can watch me bathe in Iron Brew. Thank you to Myra, thank you to Anonymous Dad, thank you to Darren Hughes, and thank you to Mary, who have all just added additional ones now. Oh my god. So many gifted members. So many gifted members. This is the craziest thing, right? The most. See, it's by the way, as a result, it's not true until the little notification comes up, of course. But we just hit 500 members. After struggling for so many, like a full year, between 300 and 400, we hit 500 members in one stream. And yeah, sure, like a lot of them will, but like still, to officially be there, right? That's so cool. And also all these people. Tony Baker, by the way, congratulations. You just got gifted a membership. I literally just clicked enable gifts and now I'm a member. Road to 1K subs. Cody Ray, congratulations. Yeah, honestly, it's a little bittersweet. I'm still happy for everyone though. Yeah, no, I can imagine, right? It's I see why it's easy to be the first person to be like, oh yeah. The fact that it's not immediately bitter and you're still managing to be happy people, I think that's cool. Gotcha. Non-members are now a minority. This is insane. Yeah, look in the chat. How many non-members are you seeing at this point? Look at this. So how much does it cost to become a member, Spencer Cole? I believe it costs $5. There's a little $sign. You can click next to the chat, and it will allow you to become a member. And obviously that will allow you to do all these things. You can also gift members, which is what some people have been doing. This is the craziest gift stream ever. Because I've never seen so many green names, right? This is this is the craziest thing. What is even happening right now? By the way, Shelby Zimmerman just officially gifted 5 more. Thank you so much, Shelby, for adding to the pile. Thank you so much for adding to the love, adding to the pile, adding to the craziness of today's stream. There are so many new members now as a result of all the lovely benefactors. And thank you to everyone who sees there is a new gift feature and immediately says, yeah, I'm gonna gift some people. All these people saying they love to watch Toy Cat bathe in Iron Brew. You now have the ability to do it. That video is yours to watch now as a result of our very, very generous benefactors. Thank you so much, Riggins Rally Girl. Thank you so much, Anonymous Dab. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Myra. And thank you, Shelby, for add into the craziness. It's so nuts. Yeah, it's next level. This stream has been so wild. I'm sorry that it's I feel a little bad. It's like, oh, I'm distracted by all the nice gifts that some people are like, Toy Cat, do you wanna talk about Minecraft again? So do you know what I love about Minecraft? I love that there's Mangrove wood, and I love that there are members that are pouring in because of the gifted subscribers that happen during it. There we go. See, I said Minecraft twice. I saw how much it cost and instantly got an email saying someone gifted a membership. Oh, that's so cool, Spencer. Wouldn't this be a better way to donate? It supports Toy Cat and the subscribers. So the one reason that tipping direct, we can mention it some other time, but It is really cool because it's the best way to like help other chatters, right? To give someone like Empire, who has not been a member before, the opportunity to become a part of the Cool Cat Club. Should they add woolly cows to Minecraft? Clearly, they should add woolly cows to Minecraft. Hey, Matthew Fletcher! Congratulations! The RNG gods chose you, and now you're officially a channel member. Get access to that secret playlist. I've got linked in the... It's not a very secret playlist. I linked it in the description. But you get access to it anyway. Just like Jaden Watson does. Speaking of Jaden Watson having it. Man, the amount of times we've heard Pig Step, I'm in love with it. You know, we picked it as member song because I liked it so much. This is the 100th something time. Well, like 110? I don't even know. 100th time, and it's a thing. Dean Potts is wondering if he'll make it past the Pig Step. It'll be a long time till the Pig Step loops over and your message shows up. More members than mangrove trees chop down. That's a fun fact, Taka Supreme. Cherry Bess, thank you so much. Thank you know, you should be if you got a new membership and you know who gave it to you, it should say in chat. Thank the person who gifted it to you. For real, you know. Also, where are my shulker boxes? Okay, there they are. Yeah, yeah, you'll get an email. It'll tell you like when your membership's gonna end, and a few other details. Thank the person who gifted it to you. Just nice little send them in chat. Little. I mean, you don't have to do anything, I guess. You don't have to thank anyone ever. Realistically, would anyone even notice? But yeah, it was a very nice thing for them to do. If you could send your appreciation, it'd be nice. By the way, Mako, congratulations. Okay, we're gonna go to sleep now. By the way, new Wild Up new music. Also, Dean Potts. Hey, that's another regular. I'm glad you got picked. Glad you got picked. There's a creeper who's probably walking towards me right now. Just hope he doesn't blow me up. No! Okay, I got my bed. It's fine. Ben Edwards! I hope you also have your bed. Thank you, gifters. Said Notta. No, congrats, Notta. I see you a lot. I see it all the time. Also, XX Burke asks, can I have a gift sub, please? So obviously, subscriptions, memberships are still available for just the low price of, is it $4.99? I don't know what it is in your country. But also you have to enable gifting memberships on by hitting the gift button. Like right now, if you live in certain countries and you're in the beta, you should see a gift icon. If you click it, you should see what's going on there. Yeah, thank you, Anonymous, says Raul Mendoza. Congratulations, by the way, Driven Dog. Oh, we're still in the batch of 20 before the batch of 5 before the end. That's how many members there are. But yeah, it's absolutely nuts. I see no gift button. Yeah, I don't see it either. But I mean, I'm my own streamer. Maybe I should open it incognito. No, because then I won't be logged in. Open it in my second channel. Yeah, you're not getting paid for those memberships because as long as people have it, they will not become paying members since they already are. Yeah, no, there is a truth that unlike a regular membership, where the effectiveness is that it's meant to be that, like, yeah, it's a recurring subscription tip. You know, it's a way to help out in a way that real expenses occur, which is like month to month. The difference is obviously all of these gifted memberships. It's nice, and our member count is going to go to 500, but 99% of them, 90% probably. You know, we're going to dip below 400 again after they run out, right? But yeah, there's obviously that. But it's still the equivalent of tipping, just, you know, like or super chatting, I should say. Except there's a type of super chat where people like Ruby like Sonic 2 can now officially enjoy, you know, like now they can officially enjoy the benefits of membership, right? It's a type of tipping where you're also helping some other people out, and that's kind of cool. You're giving people who share an interest in the same thing as you. You know, like Toycat streams, we talk about how the environment doesn't matter because we make it how humans like it, or a little bit of philosophy about 1 human 5 bears. The fact that you find people like Quinn James who share that, and you give them just a little something, and so many people have been saying this has made their day, and I love that. the coolest thing. By the way, Igor, thank you for gifting some memberships. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know how long it'll be till we see those, but I can't. Thank you for adding 5 more memberships, Igor. Being a generous benefactor. Yeah, no, it's okay, so we're gonna go fly in here, try and get more of these trees knocked down. Over 90% of the streams are freeloaded. It is funny. How many members? We're now 523, is it? I think. My maths is. I can't see the live count, and there's so many now. Okay, that's YouTube says that this stream alone. My previous record was 20-something new members. We've now got 185 new members this one stream. There's only 535 people watching. That's 1/3 of people becoming a channel member, who can now have a green name, etc. So just 1/3 of viewers became a member today. Yeah, I wonder what happens if you gift 20 members for a stream where there's only 10 people watching. How does it start picking members after that, right? I really am curious. How do you see the membership count? It's inside a tab in the YouTube studio. It's like an analytic thing. Also, Scargra, thank you for gifting 5 memberships and spreading. See, again, it's like a super chat in that YouTube takes 30%, but it gives a little bit of joy. If you're gonna be tipping via YouTube, it is a way to give some other people, even more people, some joy than before. So that's 190 new memberships today, or 523 overall. So you can click above the live chat when people are. Yeah, that's something a lot of people need to know, is you have to apparently enable gifted memberships. There's got to be some people like, I don't want it. I'm going to pay for it, and maybe that's why they're doing it. I'm not even sure. Will this affect your YouTube algorithm, Penny? I don't even know. This is this is the wildest event. How long have we been listening to Pigstep now for? It's been the I've heard so much Pigstep, and I still love it. Will this have a negative impact going forward, since people won't pay for it and wait to luck out? I think that because it's in beta, like maybe if it becomes the most popular thing, but I don't think it negatively affects people on Twitch, right? But yeah, I could see that being a thing, right? It's a bad idea to hope to luck out on a membership, because the idea is like it's a recurring thing. Being a member for 12 months gives you the diamond cat or the emerald cat, like you can see other people have. Wait, I'm guessing because Harrison's here, that means the video upload is finished. Aha! It has. There's 2 videos in there. Which one's correct, Harrison? Yeah, I'm just gonna assume they're the same video. Gonna hit the download on that. Thank you so much, PK Ben, for becoming a channel member. Look how people are being generous and stopping house fires. That's right. Do you want extra house fire protection? We now have the House Fire Protection Plus plan, where for just $4.99 a month, which can be paid by a generous benefactor, people like Mason G now have delightful access. So left for 6 minutes, the member train is still going. Member train's still going. I think, okay, let's assume it takes 10 seconds a person, because the notification seems to be about 7 or 8, but there's a few seconds delay. So that means 6 members every minute, 60 members a minute, and the member train is 180. So about half an hour of Pigstep and insanity. You know, gotta say, pretty good, huh? It's pretty good. It's a lot of time. Not lazy 2K. Congratulations. IBX Slickhat, YouTube's newest member millionaire. Yeah, so if a member is $4.99, I don't actually know if it is. And YouTube takes 30%, and there's almost 200 of them. I mean, I'm just saying, that's, I don't want to, without doing the maths, that sounds very crazy already. Yeah, no, this is my favorite Minecraft music disc by far. And so thank you to those who gifted members today, so that we could hear, and also so that people like Brandon Gibson, who might not become members otherwise, get to try it out. At the end of the month, of course, I'm going to recommend, you know, like, it's a thing that you can keep going, you can get better member badges, you can keep the emojis and all the other great benefits. But you know, even just by itself, it's cool that people get to try it out. You know, try before you buy, or just try. It's like free samples at Costco. There's no need to. You can just enjoy the free sample. Yeah, I think Mr. Dunsparce, congratulations on being picked by the mysterious RNG gods. Same with Stormboss. So many people are getting members that you can't do members only streams this month. Are we gonna pretend that I do members only streams normally? No, I try not to gate streams behind the wall, right? I could see a logic in having a member only chat if you really wanted to. But like, you know, I don't think that's even necessary. Thank you, Professor Crafty. That was definitely you that did that membership. Wasn't a gift. But I'm thanking you anyway, a Garpug. I hope that you enjoy. Look at the pig step that got to happen because of the gift that you got. Isn't that cool? Too long, Harrison. Gift memberships are a thing now, and people are too friendly. Sorry, people are friendly. People are very friendly. This is long membership since traveling 190k blocks to beat Minecraft in the Nether. Yeah, the number of it's like blowing my mind. How many we're getting? Too long in the best way. Too long in, I agree. Too long in absolutely the best way. Jimmy Riddle, thank you and congratulations. Yeah, so many people came to the stream today, just coming out listening, and they got to end it as a member, and that's the coolest. It's the coolest change in my opinion. In the background though, it's just been Pigstep. Yeah, it's probably gonna wear on people after a bit. Like, you know, I don't like Pigstep as much as the next one, but can we listen to it this many times? I'm the sort of person that can listen to a song over and over again without getting too bored off it. Like, people always say don't do that, like don't ruin the song for yourself. I love ruining a song that way. I will ruin Pigstep if it's how that goes. What if the member sound is the nice part from disc 5? Yeah, maybe we should mix it up. I do like the 5-bit. Wait. As of Darren Hughes giving 5 more members, we've officially... Wait, it says 193 members now. Maybe it's like updating. Oh, it's coming in. 200 new members in one stream. That's insanity. That's insanity. Pigstep, but it never ends. This isn't the worst sub notification I've heard. Some drive you nuts. Yeah, everyone gets to pick their... I guess because they... You know, like... There is a balance between, like, how hyped something is to hear. And how, like... Oh, yeah, this is... Just wanted to see if this makes it past all the pig step. See, I've got some bad news, because it might seem like you've made it past all the pig step. You might assume that that's what's happened here. However, what's actually happened is you've gone in between the pig step rages. Your content is awful. Thank you, Tolerated Moments. Appreciate the tip. See, that's a tip that I should get better at making content, which is just as valid a tip as Charles Sonnen, who says you've got to be on PC and have YouTube Premium. Thank you for Toycat for streaming. Yeah, I think a little surprise Monday stream would be fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, we have 500 total members now. We're at 533 total members now. It's actually funny to see my white name in the sea of green. See, now you stand out more, just like you want it. I imagine this is like a Twisted Monkey Paw gift. Hey, Grey Jupiter, congrats, by the way. This is a Twisted Monkey Paw gift, right? Like, I wish my name would stand out again. And then it's like, now everyone else's name will be green. Wait, gifting's only for premium members? Yeah, that's the craziest thing to me. But thank you for those of you who have YouTube Premium and chose to gift, like Darren Hughes did to get us up to 200. Onigiri. Congratulations, welcome to the membership club. Yeah, I wouldn't have said that many people have premium. Well, it's only been 6 people who have gifted subs. Actually, can you confirm if you Riggins Rally Girl, Darren, Anonymous Dab, Igor, can you all confirm you have YouTube Premium? Because if you don't, that'd be useful, right? That's incorrect. I do not have YouTube Premium yet. Can gift. Okay, nope. Yep, that's someone made that mistake. Yeah, it'd make no sense to like say you have to buy a subscription service just to give them out to people. Seems like the opposite of logic. Okay, we're all good. My bad. I don't have YouTube Premium. Hey, thank you, by the way, Skygrot, again. I really appreciate it. I didn't add your name to the list. That was monstrous of me. But thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Skygrot. I'm still working my way through this green juice, by the way. I've gone this far through, and I want to die. I don't want to be alive. If all subscribed members get the gifts, will unsubscribed viewers get membership? See, yeah, that's the question, right? What happens when they run out of... Oh my god, Anonymous dabbed 20 more. Does this just never end? We were listening to Pigstep all evening. It has been decided, and that's totally okay with me. That is totally okay with me. Yeah, this is a very unexpected live stream result. But let's go! Look how many green names there are in chat. You can all finally watch Mr. Cat bathing in Iron Brew. What's not to like? That's what I'm saying, Harrison. That's what I'm saying. Can you believe the luck they all get? I can't believe the luck everyone's getting right now. So everybody
really hates mangroves here.
Yeah, I mean, 200 new people becoming members, 220 people becoming members. Everyone's just like, yeah, get rid of those mangrove trees. I'm a member just to help you on your way. That's how important this is to me. Never get bored of Pigstep. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna get bored of Pigstep. Never gonna run around and desert Pigstep. Never gonna give up Pigstep. Never gonna give up Pigstep. Never gonna give up Pigstep because I want it to play for Diane Pascarida. Yeah, the badges are now the differentiating factor for the long-term member stuff. Now, congratulations everyone on your new 1 month pledges. I'm really excited in a lot of ways. There's a whole bunch of people who get to try out this membership thing. You get full 30 days. It tells you when it expires. I think there's an email you'll get that'll tell you that. And again, if you don't want it at the end, no obligation. But it's cool. It's cool that for some people it's like a little try before you buy thing. It's like a broken record of money. Mr. Krabs would be proud. Jasper Ruth. Yeah, we've never had anything like this before, right? Imagine a member train even 1/10 this long. It would blow my mind. But we've been listening to Pigstep for more than half an hour now, and I've been loving it. Dry GC. Every Pigstep is like a little reminder. You know, what is that, like $3, something like that. It's very exciting. I swear to gosh, if pig rolled becomes a thing. So yeah, we've hit 220 members. If you want to help add to the pile, and eventually, you know, if we keep doing it, Dasher will inevitably become a member. They'll run out of people they can give membership to, and we'll sneak our way around the system. Also, Cap Mike, the first like own member, non-gifted member in a while. Congratulations. Your name will show up in about 20-30 minutes. Words to make me a member, says hello random account. Are you trying to game the system, trying to get it going on in there? Yeah, so I think there's a funny thing about you know, streams are usually like this balance between two things, right? They're the balance between you know, like the content itself and the thing that's going on here. And I always think it's crazy when we get overwhelmed with the second thing. Oh, my stomach. Maybe it's the green juice, but it's hurting so bad right now. Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh. Okay, it's fine. You know, maybe I need more green juice to fix it. You know, my stomach's in pain. Better do painful things to myself till it goes away. Hey, congratulations on re-becoming a channel member. Toycat always fills me with joy to play Minecraft. Yeah, whenever I see a new biome, I can't resist the urge to just do my very, very best to destroy it, you know? New Minecraft update, more like new Minecraft biome dates to destroy. So yeah, from here, I think we have to work out... My shulker boxes are full, and I don't have more. You know, I was expecting to fill them, then skedaddle. And it means I'm going to have a little bit of a crisis, right? Because I can only store so many of so many things. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. I genuinely love this. I love it too. The anonymizing of the dabs. has been absolutely nuts this stream. Okay, so we'll make space for these in there, and then we'll move these into here. Yeah, and then that'll make space for this, and then yeah, there we go. We have space for another 3 stacks now. Just keep on doing it. You can go back and forth, you know, not like you're not gonna have time. At some point they must run out. You know, maybe they will. Maybe they don't. Maybe this is the infinite stream. It goes on for as long as there's memberships, right? So I mean, you just no, it is crazy. It's almost midnight in the UK. It's I started the stream at like 8:30. So we have been going on for we've gone on for a long time. And but like unlike a normal like extended stream where it's like, you know, happened by pure chance. This one I'm getting to see like so many people for the first time, just, you know, see this random thing happens to them. No one was expecting a gifted membership for this stream, because I guarantee most of you didn't know it was a thing. I knew they were trying to add it, but I didn't know it was a thing till this stream. And so to see 220 something gifted members. We're on 231 new members today, by the way. 231 times that Pigstep has played today. It is it's beyond crazy. Do you see the donor from Grey Jupiter? It says Cat Beanie. Yeah, I did. I read it out, but then I figured it would read itself out once we get past all the memberships, right? By the way, thank you, Grey Jupiter. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, it's 6:42 in America. It's 6:42 in your part of America. And America is a multi-time zone country. It's weird, I don't live in a country of multiple time zones. It's just not something I have to think about. Yeah, what about all the other gift memberships around? Makes feel less special about it. You can still feel special about being one of the first. I also feel, like, bear in mind, even though there's been 220 gifted memberships, there's 530 people watching. So there's still less than half of people that were gifted memberships there. That's still crazy that it's almost half though, right? Like, if you were watching this stream just minding your own business, weren't a member because, you know, hadn't gotten around to it, didn't know what the benefits were. Because I was talking today about like, oh yeah, not everyone knows what the benefits of membership are. And then insanity arrives from people like Rudo. Thank you. Thank you very much, Rudo. Rudo, the red nose member, clearly. We have the realist time. 00, time was invented here. Time is also an illusion. Time is an illusion is what you would say if you wanted me to think it was an illusion. Not falling for your game. But Justin Baxter, congrats. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Austin Z. Happy birthday to Austin. This is do. Yeah, it's wait, actually, let's see if I can okay, I'm gonna play around with something real quick. Let's see if I can. Okay, we go to Thank you, Frank. Congratulations, Frankie GRMS. Appreciate you joining the club. Don't worry about it, I'm not going broke, I swear. Just being generous, just pass it forward if you ever can at some point. Yeah, I think that's the important thing for everyone who got gifted membership today. Yeah, my funny scheme is like, everyone who gets gifted a membership, just make sure you gift one of yourself, or gift 5. But the actual thing is like, you got a really cool gift from Anonymous Dab, or from Reagan's Rally Girl, or from, you know, it says in your email who you got it from, but you got this really cool gift, and like entirely randomly, person just did it, right? And if you can do something like that, and then try and get that person to do it, we can make like a pyramid scheme, but for nice things happening to people, right? And that's, I think, a noble goal for us to want. I love Pigstep, but now I feel like I'm really being tested, says HTTP XTR. Yeah, overall it's a good thing, helps you and the community. Right, it's not only a stream where 231 people get to be members, it's also a stream where, if my understanding is correct, I get the equivalent of 231 people becoming 1 month members, which is crazy. We can make this a pyramid scheme. Yeah, karma is just a Ponzi scheme based on in real life, right? This is the biggest gifted forward I've seen in a while. You know what? Can we talk about something, by the way? Like as all these names come up, congratulations, Amandos. Something I've heard about. I don't know if people actually do it, but I've heard about it. Is buying food for the person behind you at a drive-thru. Do you think that's actually a nice thing to do? Like, it's nice in the sense that you're paying someone's food. But I always hear that what people end up doing is they pay it forwards, and so they pay for the next person, then the next person. It starts a really long chain. And like fast food workers hate it because they've got to like, they'd rather you not do that, right? Because they want you to pay for the food that you've ordered. You know, like it gets kind of complicated that way. Or paying a toll for the person playing you. I've still only used one toll road, and it was like I just throw 75 cents in a big bucket. It was very confusing. That was a big thing in America. There's a lot of like generosity things baked into culture over there. Like if you think about tips on streams, even though we get some tips from some Australians, we get a few British tips, we get tips from people like Igor from Brazil. But like statistically, it mostly comes out of the US. There's like a certain generosity in that culture. You know, all the people who gifted members today, besides Igor, if I'm not mistaken, are from there too, right? Toll roads are unethical, says Ariana Grande 660. Yeah, I hate paying for the services that I used to. I think everything should be free and paid for by other people. That's my hot take. Like memberships, Oliver 333. Congratulations. I've never seen a sub-chain last so long on YouTube. I've definitely not. When picks up substantial, it'll be so weird. Just imagine the eerie silence. Yeah, it'll sound empty. It'll sound like something's missing. Well, they'll be wondering, like, isn't there meant to be some music here? Or what is it that you're drinking that's making you do the gross space? It's called green juice. Hey, Randy Carpenter, 5 more gifted memberships. Okay, come on. Okay, Dasher. I know that apparently you got to be able to gift them to be able to get gifted them. One of them's got to... I know you've given up hope, but every time I see it, I'm like, come on. One of these has got to... It's going to run out of people to gift.
They must run out.
Great Jupiter, thank you. Wait, okay. If your tip has come in, Great Jupiter, that means that we are very close to the end of the member train. The train which went on for God knows how long. Dialogue to Dante. Since, okay, so these are... We're 18 minutes ago now. You promised to spawn donations on nonsense. Please spend the gifted wife money on some truly spectacular nonsense America and make a members only video of it. Oh, okay. I have a fun idea for nonsense I would like to spend money on in America. Oh my god, also Charles Sonan, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you to everyone who's paying forward the love today. Not even just paying forward, just adding to the love. Thank you for supporting the Toy Cat, Randy Carpenter. The member train. We're on the... There are 7 more members in the member train. Thank you to everyone who came along, to everyone who helped be part of that. It still might continue. I'm not gonna, but like, that is crazy. What insanity. I keep my expectations tiny so I'll be less whiny. Thank you, Randy Carpenter, for allowing I Try Games to become a channel member. Fat Cat's message on screen, but you never read it. I read your message, Fat Cats. Don't you worry. I got you. Like I didn't read a lot of these, like Sawyer Kettler. Thank you for becoming a member, Sawyer Kettler. Yeah, pain is temporary, pig step is forever. I thought it stopped there. I was like, oh no, did we come to the end? I think that the crazy George Floyd gaming from 12 years ago. There's 2 more memberships left in the train. We officially we had 241 new members today, and that member train was 200 something. I can't I'm not going to be able to live in a world without Pigstep, but it's over. Okay, no, it's not. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm the boy who cried wolf. Not the first time I've assumed that. Pig step will ring in my ears for the rest of eternity. That was the last one, though. That's, like, actually over now. It's weird. I keep thinking, like, nah, it's gonna... The pig step went on for 40 minutes, I think. A little more than 40 minutes. That member train ends after an hour and 10. Yeah, it must have been an hour, because actually it was near the end of the stream that it started, and we're like over an hour past the end of the stream. Thank you so much to Randy Carpenter, thank you to Charles Sonnen, thank you to Myra, thank you to Anonymous Dab, thank you to Riggins Rally Girl, thank you to Igor, thank you to all of the people who gifted a subscription today. We now have 242 new members. That is insanity to say. That day put a smile on my face, but all of you gifted members, you put a smile on the faces of many others. And it's late, so I'm going to enjoy going to bed. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I really enjoyed this stream. Have a nice. Oh no, we got 10 more from Darren. Never mind. Wait, that means we're gonna hit 250 new members. We had 333 before today. We've almost doubled the member count. That's the definition of insanity, right? That is the absolute definition of insanity. Yeah, here we go again. So Ariana Grande. Hey, Ender Creep. You know, I was missing it. The stream was feeling quiet. The stream was missing something huge. And now I realize the something huge was just more pig step. We needed it, and I'm glad that Mirna, Vikas Kumar, I'm glad you could become a channel member. Thank you for the gift. This was amazing. It was the biggest, you know, I'm sure this must be, if not like, you know, like one of the very biggest gifted memberships on YouTube. If only some people have access to them, and you have to be able to, you know, like, if only some people have access, and you have to be, the odds of like getting this many thrown in there, it's crazy. And like I said, I have some fun ideas. There was a tip earlier that said like, yeah, Toy Cat, so, you know, you like to spend our money on ridiculous things. Can you let us see it as like a video? I do have some ridiculous things I want to spend money on. As a result of this stream, I can now justify it. By the way, Dan K, you'll be able to see it too. It will be within the next 2 weeks. I have some very silly ideas. Like next level silly. I'm gonna enjoy myself a lot doing them. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Team OL, congratulations. Getting that gifted membership. Will it be a member video? There'll be third channel videos, and there'll be at least a few third channel videos. I'll try to make a member video, because I know people like when we add to the file. What's your streaming schedule? Never seem to catch them, just got lucky today. My streaming schedule is roughly 8:30, 2 to 3 days a week. What days a week? Oh, maybe I should have that listed out. No, yeah, it's, you gotta subscribe to notifications. There's, to work out which days. I put them in the Unlisted livestream playlist. Also, Great Jupiter! I'm trying to see if I can give some members.
I'm trying to see if I can give some members, but my computer won't open.
I'm sorry, that's the worst, when the tech gets in the way of what you're trying to do. I hope it's better now. That was 2 minutes ago. But now we got 5 gifted members from Scragrot. Thank you for spreading even more generosity. Can you do Thursday this week? It'll be my birthday. I will be definitely streaming on Thursday this week, barring some tragedy. Barring a tragedy, I'll be streaming. You can now afford an Iron Brew. Hey, Francis Bourneville! Congratulations. I'm so, yeah, it's definitely not gonna. That's so interesting. You'd figure it shouldn't be required that you need to be able to gift memberships to be gifted them. I think that we should be able to give them to people in Russia. I think that's only fair. But yeah, I think by now it would have happened if it was going to, right? It's statistically unlikely. But like we said, it's the monkey paw thing, Dasher. Your name will stand out. Also, unlucky Pokemoner. Keep Toy Cat awake all night, says Peace Dragon. That's right. If you give just a few subscriptions, you can keep Toy Cat awake for a very long time. But it's worth it. Like I said, I'm money motivated. Staying up a little longer and reading messages like you can now afford an Iron Brew pool. It's true, yeah. No longer is it a bathtub filled with Iron Brew. I can fill the pool. We'll probably get in some trouble with the complex if I fill their pool with iron brew. That'd be so funny one day to see a pool just orange, having to explain like, yeah, so I think it'd be funny to carbonate it. Honestly, I kind of want to bathe in sparkling water now. Like, I guess I've already done it with the... You know, what's the next level? Like, I still think ramen would be funny, but then fishing it all out of the bathtub would be awful, right? That'd be just a nightmare. Anyway, this has been the craziest live stream. Over the course of the last 3 hours, we got 242 new members. Sorry, 256 new members. We almost doubled the count. I destroyed a lot of the mangrove biome. However, I couldn't destroy the roots because they haven't been fixed yet. In the next update, we'll have to come back and just mine mangrove woods. This has been a very fun time. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. There'll be a real Let's Play next Monday. It's going to be me 100% completing 1.19. And in the meantime, I hope you all enjoy, because I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Do 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 do. I listened to Pigstep 256 times today. Only that little section up there. But that's still crazy, right? That's too much, man.